If folks don't previously know, community customs are where I invite 6 novice PvP players and spectate 1 by 1 through their eyes in custom matches against each other, giving constructive feedback and praise on individual and team play in an inclusive and casual environment. There goes the blurb. We often have a guest mentor, or at least I try to have a guest mentor as much as possible to give some shine to other creators, folks that I look up to, folks that I appreciate as peers, and that just do good work and that are good people. Last week we had Cool Cheese in the building, and Cool Cheese was actually literally in the building. This time around we don't have Nuveii actually in the building, but Nuveii shouldn't require too much of an introduction, but I'm gonna give one to her anyway. She's the shit. She is very good and very experienced at Destiny PvP. She's got, I think I checked it before stream. Oh, let's get those push-ups. Okay, all right. Well, it's only 10. If Nuveii is asking for it, it's only 10. I looked before stream. Nuveii has 2,071 flawlesses. 2,071 flawlesses, I swear to God. So she is one of the most experienced guardians with regards to Trials of Osiris, and considering that is the format that we've been kind of flying into the last several times that we've done community customs, Nuveii is going to just blow it up for us, and she's going to be the guest mentor today, providing that feedback to everybody, that praise, and then I'll be filling in, the gaps here and there with some perspectives. But the goal here as well with that is, Nuveii is going to see something from a different perspective a lot of times than I'm going to see it, right? So I don't want to always, I like to bring in other people to give some other angles that would be helpful to fledgling guardians that are trying to get into more competitive play, because I mean, number one, I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm not going to catch everything, and there might be some advice that might benefit folks that I'm not necessarily going to come up with at the moment. So just to have another great mind in here is just a blessing. So definitely let's of course give it up to Nuveii. I put the link in the chat for Nuveii, of course, so make sure that you go follow, support her. But she's a fantastic creator, very, very good at the game, of course, and yeah, we just want to hold her down and support her as well. So cool, we're about to get things started. Apparently I have to do, big love, Nuveii. Thank you so much, seriously, for bringing the time through. I truly appreciate it. I know how busy you are over the weekends doing trials help and that sort of thing. So I appreciate you, sparing the time for us, for sure. All right. I've seen the lighthouse plenty of times on this stream. Well, you would have seen it about, maybe like 1,800 more times on her stream. I tell you what, she is prolific with the lighthouse. All right, let's do a quick 10 push-ups for Nitos, who's trying to punish me, I'm sure, and then we'll get into it. 1 second. All right, there you go. There goes your 10 push-ups, you shitter. Yeah, I appreciate you, Nitos. We'll definitely get you in for sure. Oftentimes with Nitos just fills in. Nitos is just coming through to help out and fill in. Of course, Nitos benefits from the advice and feedback here, but most times I don't have to tell him shit. So we'll definitely get Nitos in for sure next week. Oh, y'all loving it. Y'all loving it. All right, let's do it. Yo, big love. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Nuveii, of course. Go. I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy holidays for those that celebrate this weekend. Oh, man. Everybody here?
Need a join code.
Yep.
Awesome. The join code is in the Scrims channel, in the Scrims chat. It's not letting you join? Is that what you said?
It's not letting you join. It says invalid for AD.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's just a simple thing. You could also place your join code in there, and then they could send like an invite that way.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm on console, so I don't have a join code. Should I just put my Bungie name, I guess?
Who's that? Is that who's that speaking?
Me.
Oh, dude, oh, that's what I figured.
Am I
Yeah.
joining them or no?
No, you're not. All you gotta do is literally just spectate through the Discord. So AD already has it live up.
I see.
Yeah. Yep.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I figured that was you, but I just also wanted to make sure. I was like, let me make sure it's Nuveii.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 0738. Fuck. Bad fingered it.
I got you, Anarchy.
All right, so folks in stream, Nuveii is going to be, she's going to have the reins, the resident expert. And then, like I said, I'll fill in kind of anything I'm thinking towards the end. But shouldn't be much. And we'll cycle through all 6 people. Usually the teams are fairly equal, so you can kind of just, fill in where you are or wherever you want, 3v3. And we'll swing it from there. And then 80's already set up elimination. Fantastic. 80, you still rocking well?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Couldn't disappoint.
Yeah. Yo, I was going to tell you this. So I was looking at my friend Zoe's Twitter today, and she reminded me of the fact that they ended up tying well and the strength of your well to resilience. Now, I assume she was saying that on Master Templar, right? On Master Templar, what was it? On Master Templar,
if you don't run 8, it'll break on Master
there you
Templar.
go. Yeah, she was saying like 7 or 8, then it'll break on Master Templar, and that probably is similarly true. It'd be similarly weak in PvP, so you might want to mess around with different resilience values actually, before people just, because if I see a sword come down, I'm just gonna shoot that sword. But preferably if it's you,
run a fat 2-9 right here.
Oh yeah, I'd probably increase that.
Yeah, we can sacrifice some grenades out this thing. I still got the PvE bond on here. Sheesh.
How do you join PC? I'm getting used to it.
Are you on PC or are you on console?
I'm on PC.
Oh, you could just use the join command. So just press enter, and then you'll see the dialog box come up on the bottom right, and then you /join space, and then whatever 80's name and numbers are, and you'll see that in the scrim channel.
Yeah.
That's so fucking useful. Holy
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Did everybody see that crazy 7 Seraph the Banshee was on the other day?
Yeah, that was not crazy. That was just overstated. Are you serious? Like it's a lightweight. It's a lightweight. First of all, lightweights they absolutely desperately for consistency need full choke, and that thing had barrel shroud, number one. But it also, I'd give it a little bit more respect if it had barrel shroud and full range, but it didn't even have that. It had literally just barrel shroud. Quick draw snap. Believe me, as someone that's put thousands upon thousands of kills on that, there's thousands upon thousands of kills I didn't put on it because even with the god roll, it's not the most consistent shotgun. So
I don't even know why it's giving me enter valid profile name.
Yeah, see, it's something it did me. I'll put mine in. You should be able to join on me.
I tried you.
Well, no,
I tried you off
right.
everybody, does everybody have their fire team set to public? Because if somebody,
yeah, I set mine to public.
yeah, everybody's got to have theirs set to public. Because if you have it as friends, and well, I guess you just need to make sure it's not closed, basically, or invite only.
I'm not that important to have mine set to private.
Same.
That might be it.
Let me see.
Yep. So everybody's got to open their fire team basically to make sure. But then again, everybody else was able to join, so I don't really. Maybe it's just one person.
Yeah,
Well, it might be one person. Maybe the last person was the hiccup.
Please enter a valid profile name.
Okay, then just add them or something like that. AD add them.
Who we looking for?
Jedi.
Yep.
See.
And Chris, if you want to throw it in the scrim channel so the 80 you can just see it very easily, that's useful as well. Yeah, sorry.
Try mine as well.
Anubis is like, damn, you ain't gotta go in like that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to be so direct, I suppose, but I just wanna be direct and say that that Seven Serifs was trash.
Oh,
It was
Well, no,
trash.
I got a better one. Just for anyone who doesn't have like a 7 Seraph.
I would even if honestly, even if you don't have a 7 Seraph, I still wouldn't even pick that thing up. that's
What's your
how
thoughts on
bad it
Wastelander?
was. What's up?
okay.
What's
Wait.
your thoughts on Wastelander?
Wastelander's the shit. DeFizzle swears by that thing. Wastelander's the
Yeah.
Wastelander's the shit. It's not about the lightweight frame, even though the lightweight frame you're gonna do better with the precision, and particularly like if you have a really well rolled found verdict. I found a lot of really good consistency out of that. I found some great consistency out of Matador as well. Full choke is most important on lower impacts, so lightweight and then even precision to a degree, but you can get away with some other things on the precision. But yeah, as far as Wastelander, is that what it's called? Yeah, as long as you have full choke, some good range on it. Yeah, that thing is actually really consistent, surprisingly so. I've seen DeFizzle use it quite a bit, and he's talked about it quite a bit. So yeah, I'm a fan.
What do there?
Oh my God, Anubis is still in chat, fucking flaming me. Look, listen. All right, he's like, yo, you see that crazy roll Banshee was selling? Nope. All right, so we got threes going. AD is the person that we are looking through for this particular run. So that means L. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I mean, you know, we're chilling. That means that L, Karma, and Song are going to be switching channels, and then once the game is over with, you guys end up just switching back. So you can switch down to Scrim A, whatever you want. It's just a different channel, so we can't hear your call outs and that sort of thing. And then AD, you can go ahead and start it up whenever you're ready. Let's get it.
All right.
All right, let's do this thing.
So new boomers like myself got to have like a notepad with a pen, but Cool Cheese reminded me last week. She said, "Oh my, Cool Cheese." You don't have to. No. Cool Cheese reminded me last week that y'all young folks, you don't really need that. So do you?
All right. Yeah. Hopefully I'll just remember everything. You know?
I'm sure you'll be fine. Seriously, I like Cool Cheese was.
We have a notes app on our phone.
That's true too. Cool Cheese was actually here last week, and I hand him the pen and the pad. He's just like, "What do I need that?" I'm like, "Fuck you." Fuck all y'all young people, man. Look, listen. Let's get it.
So Tony, when do we
Yes,
get
ma'am.
feedback? Like we get feedback like just as it's happening,
Mm-mm.
or like
At the end of the game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We just let him play through right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna push.
All right, first match of the day. Let's go.
Alright.
Hard scope across way. One in tunnel going around cubby.
Okay, I'm on right inside. One's jumping up on you.
Ooh, one shot. Nice. Another one up there.
Lost the melee battle.
My melee went, to be honest.
I cracked on the guy in the back. On the right
Gotta
hand
love Bungie
side.
sometimes.
The enemy is ahead, but you can change.
Let me know if you guys can hear their call outs and everything, or whether I need to turn up Discord. Let me know.
I don't see anybody there. Not yet, at least. It seems like one inside already.
Yeah, they were a little late.
You can see him move.
Okay. I have
Yeah,
a
mid.
okay, wrap up. Got one. Let me see if I can. They're far back. We can reset.
Got the res.
1 minute.
I'm behind him. He's coming up on
One
you.
shot.
Almost coming.
Here's dashing in the back. Push him. My res is
Oh, my melee didn't connect.
Damn.
You've lost this round, but victory is still in reach. Take it. The score means nothing. Eyes forward.
Alright.
Hard scope across.
Got me.
All right, let me know how that is.
That's both the sniper shots.
We're both through tunnel and mid.
Fight in their
Going around to the outside spawn.
Damn, they're doing really well.
Learn from your mistakes. Make the enemy pay for that one.
I'm gonna throw in a snipe.
I mean, if they're
You've
sniping,
seen their
I could blink
strategy
around
in
left.
action. Time to counter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's.
push through middle every time. Like
Yeah.
around the actual cubby into like B side.
All three mids.
Yeah, I see him. I see it. They already got heavy.
Yeah, they got the heavy. One down. One down.
I didn't think
toilet.
he would drop in like that. I'm not
Right,
gonna
one
lie.
round, I'm coming.
Your teammate is alone. Let them focus. 1 minute left. You didn't come here to lose, Guardian.
I didn't think he would drop in like
Show
that
them what
with a
vengeance
shotgun.
looks like.
Yeah,
Not gonna hold you.
yeah. Ellie came flying in.
Opponents have match point. Take it back from them.
No, I gotta take at least a round off some.
Right. And we had to be
Just keep it together. We got it.
Inside.
grenade out.
Left.
They're wrapping around. I'm pushing this guy.
I'm with you.
Never
Also with
mind.
you.
Your
Ooh.
ally is the only one left.
Yo, that melee put in work.
This done. Dust yourself off. There is no shame in being
Yeah, that
knocked
melee put
down.
in work.
Oh,
I don't see it too often. That melee put in work.
that melee.
Yeah.
Oh, that melee.
You'll
Sheesh.
grow from this.
Mid-range melee is actually very good on staff if you know how to use it. It's really, really good.
100%.
We
I
can just
completely
throw
agree.
that one out.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
just returns this anyway.
That was poor.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. A lot of times the first game is like that as well. Keep in mind that everybody's playing with each other for the first time, so there always takes time to mesh. It's extremely rare. It's actually extremely rare that folks come to community customs. That's why I don't care about usually the who matches up with who first, like who's on whatever team, because by the end it's usually pretty contentious. Like the games go 3-3, 4-4, whatever else.
Okay.
But actually on this one, I'm actually going to switch up. I'm going to switch up. Can you pull up the scoreboard, AD?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a look at this again. We're going to actually switch up. We're going to switch song for Twisted Tokes. Song for Twisted Tokes. We'll see how that one.
Alright.
That one should be fine. I shouldn't have to switch it up again. And actually, sorry, we're actually going to switch Twisted Tokes for Jedi now. Twisted Tokes for Jedi. So it'll end up being Jedi, Ellie Bean, and Karma the Husky. And it'll be Song, Tokes, and AD. And then, Nuve, what you got for us, girl?
Okay, are we just critiquing like the whole team or like just Legend for this one run?
The focus is on Legend, just constructive feedback, and then also praise for anything that you saw that you really liked out of it. But also, yeah, of course, I extend it after that. If I see anything, from AD's team, or if I see something from the other team that might be helpful, or something that they did really well, I'll do the same. So the focus is on AD, of course, but
Okay.
it's really whatever else you have as well.
All right. There were like two big things that I just noticed right away is that you want to try and play a little more with your primary. I did see that you were like running in like quite a bit with your shotgun, and like sometimes that'll work, but most of the times, especially if you're picked first, like or someone on your team is dead first, and you try to just like run in down like a lane with your shotgun, it's gonna give them enough time to react, and it's just gonna get you killed. So that's just one thing I noticed, like maybe just playing a little more with your primary. And then the other thing is that just emphasizing on team shots. So like when your team is peeking or getting shot at, you have to realize that you're not the one getting focused, and the enemy is distracted on your teammates. So like, you need to maybe just try like peeking a little bit more, especially when your team is getting shot, playing just a little more aggressive and a little more like confident in just peeking and getting in shots while you're not the one getting focused.
There you go. Got anything else, Nuve?
After one game, not really. I kind of
Yeah,
want to like
no, that's
watch
fair.
a little more.
Of
Yeah.
course, and that's something else as well. If you see something later on through somebody else's view that AD that you want to comment on, then of course you could just come back around to that as well. I have a question for everybody. Nuve in particular, Deadman's. How the so I saw that AD was ADSing a lot with Deadman's. Like, would it be more effective? AD, are you on controller or MNK?
MNK.
Yeah, is it more effective to ADS with that thing, like down the lane, or is it Should they be hip firing?
I personally like after like because DMT was like so powerful that you could unbind ADS and just wreck with it, but then they nerfed that. So I've found a little bit comfort like swapping between them. So like I would hip fire, but then ADS to keep like focus, or if that makes sense.
I run controller, so I ADS a ton with Deadman's, and it's very like effective, at least for me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any experience with Deadman's whatsoever, so I can't
Neither
really.
do I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was about to say I can't really I can't say much about Deadman's here.
Understood. Yeah, like what I did notice is you're ADSing down immediately. From what I've seen, it seems like on M&K people are hip firing to start down long. I mean, I feel like that's even more important when you're initially looking down that middle lane. I feel like you don't want to take that extra time to ADS because you're kind of just peeking to see you're not a sniper, right? So you're not really peeking it aggressively. If you're not a sniper, you really shouldn't be peeking that lane aggressively, and certainly not off of a corner, right? Certainly not in the middle of it where it'd be really difficult to pick you up. So that being said, you might want to try to get some pop shots, hip fire. Anubis is saying some toxic ass shit, saying you should just drop the empowering on the corner and just 2-tap. Which I mean, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. All I hear is, yeah. So keep that in mind. But that actually brings me to the next point: is if you're a warlock, even if you're a sniper, take the extra time to go ahead and drop, especially you're on well, take the extra time to drop your rift on the corner before you peek it. There's no real reason to peek that lane without a rift down. If you're a warlock, unless you're really trying to get there, if you're a sniper in particular, you got to get that aggressive first peek or whatnot. But especially if you're not a sniper and you're gonna peek that lane anyway, which is something I do all the time, I will peek every single lane, so please snipe me out. Just go ahead and put that rift down on the corner ahead of time so that you have some recovery, or for the empowering, right? Let me see. The other thing that I saw you kind of rectified towards the last 2 to 3 rounds was you were peeking down middle lane, but then your team had already rotated towards B point, and you ended up getting there late. But that's just a thing that's just a nitpicky thing because you guys just got together on this fresh team, and you ended up rectifying, and you guys were playing a little bit better together towards the last 2 to 3 rounds. So that's cool. But I like, even though Nuve was absolutely correct with regards to your primary play, the ratio of your primary play versus your special play, I gotta see what's on your shoddy. Show me what's on that shoddy right there. That thing was kind of.
Oh, this whole thing?
Nah, was this the one? Was this the one you were using? This is the one that you were using?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That I think was kind of doing work. It was doing work. I see you. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay.
Wait, why do I have free hand grip on that? Oh yeah, ready speed.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was working. So good shit with that. And yeah, just get some more primary play in there and make sure that you're supporting your team with that, and we'll keep it moving.
Damn, Il's outdoing me. He's got all these notes for these rounds. All right, I gotta step it up. Maybe I do need a notepad.
Nah. I just, me, I'll just talk forever too. It could be just one subject and I'll talk forever. So it's just me faking it. I'm just faking it. All right, cool. Let's look through the eyes of Ellie Bean in the building.
Okay.
Did you have a good weekend to start, Elle?
I did.
Yo, fantastic.
I got a pretty interesting apology from a bigoted family member.
Oh,
but we vibing.
Okay. Was it? Yeah, we do kind of. Well, I mean, we may take those. I don't know what the context is. We may take those. I was gonna ask. Let me see. Oh, 720, 30 FPS. We don't need it at a full 1080p, 60 FPS. Damn, your brightness settings? You lighting up the sun, girl.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
in heaven right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, what am I changing?
Your stream stuff, not your in-game stuff. Yeah, you need to change your stream settings to 720p, 30 FPS. That's all we need pretty much for stream. And I want to make sure it doesn't impact your gaming so much that like you're not able to get cracked out. I'm gonna go ahead and say, oh, there we go. That's much better. All right, cool. All right, 80, go ahead and start it up whenever you're ready, and then 80 and everybody else just switch down to the next channel.
Alrighty.
Let's get
Get it.
Let's get it. Yeah, that 7 Seraph is definitely a god roll.
All right.
Salt Mag, yeah, it's popping. Is it the HDR? Woo! And it keeps on, the HDR, it looks like it keeps on going in and out, but, you know, we'll be all right, I suppose. We'll be all right.
Hold on. Let me see where my teammates are.
I don't
Where's
want to...
my HDR setting? There it is.
Oh, okay,
Let's
she's
turn that off.
changing it.
Yeah, so I'm probably not gonna be looking.
It didn't change
down that
anything.
lane, like in general. Probably try to pop up in center, or if not on rare.
Yeah, Ellie, if you can hear in chat, you know, the HDR didn't change anything, so if you want to just change it back for more comfort, it's completely up to you.
You or them, Guardian.
No big deal. We'll be all right.
I think I know which it will be.
Peek the lane with the sniper.
Yeah, you guys could do that.
Ooh, this is blinding
Got
like the
one.
sun.
Nice.
Embodied.
This is blinding like the sun right now. I don't know what to change, so we'll be okay for this. I'ma just no dark mode on this.
I got a tag on the last part of my grenade.
He's
Got her.
nice.
Him, her.
The opposing team is in ruins. Magnificent.
I've heard that correctly. L's pronouns are she, her, by the way. FYI.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Noob says I can't see anything.
Nice shot.
Okay.
One's on B.
All right.
I don't know how to. This is the biggest thing.
got
I wish
twisted.
that
On right.
I wish that we had a I wish that we had a spectate mode, you know, so we don't have to deal with this. But I don't really know what the HDR doesn't seem to be the issue here, because she turned off HDR, and then turned it back on, and it was fine. And it seems to be going in and out as well. So I don't know. This makes me feel sick. Yeah, sorry. This is the downside basically of trying to do this. And we tried to do it a little bit differently as well. We tried to do it a little bit differently, and I would just go in and die, and then I would spectate that way. But people preferred to see, you know, like supers, when supers are up, when abilities were up, and that sort of thing. We'll pull out and see if we can fix this, because this is actually pretty tough.
Stand up and fight again.
Give me 1 second. Everybody just chill, because we're going to have to probably fix L's, see if we can fix L's stuff so that we can see. 1 second.
Okay.
Yo, AD, if you don't mind, like, pulling us up, going back to orbit, we're going to see if we can fix this this HDR issue that L is having. It's making it tough to actually see what's going on gameplay-wise, so if you just want to take us to orbit.
Got you.
All right. So Max says that, do you have any NVIDIA filters on, L?
I don't think so.
Okay. See that right there? That right there? Like, it goes back to normal right now. It's normal.
Yeah, because I'm tabbed out.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you're tabbed out. Interesting. Do you have it on full screen, by the way, or do you have it on, like...
It's full screen windowed. Window full screen.
Try to do it full screen, just straight up full screen. I would always recommend that folks use just straight up full screen. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
At the moment, I'm probably running what's it called, window full screen as well to.
Yeah, that's it.
operate Discord. Let me see something.
Yeah, because I'm tabbed in now and it's not bright as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
Blinded by the light.
Yep. I would always recommend, not just for like just optimization and stuff like this, but also just for FPS and things like that. I would always recommend that folks run in full screen. Windowed full screen, you don't get the full benefit of your graphics, whatever you use for your graphics. So either way, everything's looking crispy again. AD, you can go ahead and start. Everybody can drop back down again. Let's do it again.
Alrighty.
All right. See something.
Yo, 2 seconds and solved, baby. 2 seconds and solved.
Like 240 right now.
See, this is why we make the videos, chat. This is why we make the videos. Here comes the plug. Here comes the plug. All right. If you would like to see settings to optimize your PC for Destiny 2, please check out that video that I made for you guys. make sure that you also check out the first pinned comment because people go wild. They're just like, oh my God, this is messing up. This is messing up. There's a troubleshooting comment. The first pinned comment is the pinned comment for troubleshooting. Also, I made a video for troubleshooting as well. Go check that out as well.
Inside again.
They're left again. Oh, one's up top.
Woo! Got him.
Heat rises. Pushing you.
One's pushing you guys.
Yeah,
Got him. No. Heat
yeah, I'm
rises.
switching to. I'm gonna keep the sniper on and go to a little hidey spot.
Okay. Well, I mean, if they're not pushing mid like how they, if they're gonna go hard left, then we can take that center in and control that center pocket.
Well, it's also about frames. It's also about frames.
I got a blip on red. Oh, okay, there we go.
I mean, one switching up toward B.
Damn, I got sniped. Well, body sniped. Nice shot. Behind you.
Pushing up, pushing up, pushing up.
Only 1 minute left. Only one enemy
Traded.
Nice work. Nice work.
Yo,
Nice
shit,
work.
yo, shit on him. I see you, L. Yo, I
Fucking
see you.
clutch, man.
Okay, okay,
Alright,
okay,
this is a shoddy.
okay.
We have a blue here.
That's a clutch. That's a clutch.
I'm gonna try to take B again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try to take B again.
Not there. They are now. One's on B.
I'll be the first to peek. I have high cal. He's one. Got him.
One's one shot on the right hand side of the tower or the pillar.
got him.
Nice. Be careful.
I can get
I'm
the
pushing. I'm
revive.
pushing.
Got him.
Good, 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 good.
Enemy team eliminated. Tell them to stay down. Your team leads, as expected.
I'm gonna go right side, see if I can cut them off. Just in
Okay.
case they go that way.
I'll stick with you, Karma.
One's over here, one's
One
over here.
grenade. Void wall grenade is down and the smoke.
Got one.
One's hurt to the left. One's covering that orb.
Emperor, be careful. They're in the Emperor.
Only one enemy remains.
Nice.
Don't let them catch
He shotgunned me. He's invisible.
Oh, that was Shappy.
Fight in their stead.
No! Shit.
Good try, Ali. Good try.
Oh, I wasn't expecting the Shappy.
The enemy pay for
Because I thought I had him. I thought he was running a pellet. Sorry.
this tie won't last for long with you
Okay.
in the match, Guardian.
Alright, I'm gonna go left here.
I'm with
A little
L.
hidey
on
spot.
this. I don't see anybody in center.
They are
Playing
far
really
back.
back.
Far back B. I'm dead. One. Nice team shots.
I'm taking down a well. I got Shappy. Nice job.
Who cares? You have
Good
Nice
trade.
trade. Good trade.
it's a one-on-one fight now.
Damn.
This
I wasn't expecting that push.
Right. Fetch me the rule book.
And these first one jumps around.
Shouldn't have happened.
Me?
I couldn't get to a spot because I was running triple jump.
Okay.
So now I have the right jump on.
Oh, I was about to say, you know. Oh, wow. I got bodied.
Where'd they peek? Where'd they peek?
Center.
There's a grenade
Elle
out
needs
there,
help.
buddy.
Yeah, it's okay. I pushed in way too hard. They're going for the res.
They think they have you. Crush them with their own arrogance.
I got a little greedy. That's my fault.
No, you're fine.
Troopers are playable, right?
Remind them
Hey, she should. Popping off like this. Okay, now they're in sin.
Mm-hmm.
One on left.
I
One
got tagged by you. I got tagged once. I got too greedy. They're pushing around from left. One's got Chappy already.
Damn, I got left.
you. Who cares? You have everything you need
Let's
to
see.
Oh, nice shot.
Ooh.
learn from your mistakes. Make the enemy pay for that one.
Let's see. Okay, I've done better.
Match point. Time to wipe the smugness from your opponent's
Oh well, I was muted. Oh well. I was telling her
It
she was
should be in
getting
center.
greedy.
There's one on center, yeah. One on B.
Oh, come on. He's won. Nice.
team is down. Fight in their stead. It's a one-on-one fight now.
Damn.
This is it. Dust yourself off. There is no shame in being knocked down. This defeat, take it in, accept it, and then shake it off and fight again.
Yo.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
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 Alright.
All right. I'm gonna let Nuve do her thing.
All right. I mean, honestly, like you played good. I mean, you had a lot of clutches. You were getting your kills. I don't feel like this was much of like I don't really know if I can say much on you like individually, because I feel like you guys definitely lost the game just more based on like team mistakes, which once again just kind of comes down to playing the same lanes, peeking at the same time. Like, if Tony, is it okay if I talk to them as like more of a team instead of like
No,
just
go
like
do whatever you want. Yep. Oh,
okay,
whatever.
okay.
Yep.
Like one thing that I realized is that like Ellie was sorry Ellie or LA
Ellie.
Ellie was like running in a lot, and she was very aggressive, like using her shotgun, but she was also doing a lot of damage with her primary. Maybe I guess that's something that you could have been calling out, like when you were tagging them with your primary. I know you were calling out when you were running in, but you weren't calling it like all the time. Just make sure you're calling
Okay.
that stuff, I guess, like, you know, every single time. But your teammates definitely should have been like running in with you and supporting, because you were dealing the damage, but it's just unfortunate that you were like alone in dealing it. You know, your
Right,
teammates
right.
were either in mid or, you know, somewhere else. So I think as a team, you guys just gotta play together, make sure you're peeking same lanes. Team shots are huge. Like, you want to be able to, you know, play off of the enemy's reaction time. So if you're, you know, if it's one person shooting, they can react to it normally and get in cover. But if there's 2 or 3 of you shooting and each of you land a headshot, that's an instant kill, and many people can't react to stuff like that. More on like individual maybe. I mean, you played good. I don't really know. I don't really know what to say. Like, in
That's
terms
totally
of
fine. I just
really-
need to work on communication.
Yeah, I think it's just communicating and just making sure you're. I mean, you seem like a good player. Maybe just try to, you know, be more of like the leader of your team. Like, call out, like really like get in there, make sure your team is together doing what they kind of need to do together. Because you seem pretty experienced. So.
Nuve, brand new hunter, by the way. She used to be a Titan. She used to be a
Yeah,
brand new
I was a Titan main
hunter.
for 7 years, and then I switched to.
She
Hunter
she's
recently.
looking kind of nice
She
on a
look
hunter,
good.
right? Yeah,
Looking
right,
kinda nice.
right. That's what I
Yeah.
was saying. I was like, you know, I forgot about it because Gary told me, like, Gary's a good friend of Ellie. Gary told me that she switched over, and during the first round, I was just like, why didn't she put it? Like, I literally wrote it down on my pad. Why didn't you got weak? Why didn't you put up a Titan barricade? What are you doing? You know, like I was gonna tell her.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh, she's up. Yo, did you see that little baby jump in the cubby, the shotgun? Oh man, stand out of line of sight for the shotgun. Like, whoa, I could tell you've been playing on Hunter. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And Nuve is also, she's also a Hunter main as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you played really good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the shits. All right, let me see. All right, we're gonna shit on you first, and then we gonna come back around. First of all, yeah, I want to see what's on your shotgun. I always want to see
Alright.
that. I always want to see that.
This one's not my best one,
Okay.
but it's
okay.
been the most consistent.
Yeah, found verdict, man. Found verdict. Like, it's aggressive frame. I try to tell people, oh, it's got opening shot too. That's nice. And this is actually really, really good. This is really, really good. Found Verdict has like a really like high natural handling for an aggressive, I feel like, at least. And then you've got Barrel Shrouded on it as well. I was telling people before, on aggressives, the barrel doesn't matter quite as much as long as you don't have shit barrels like Smoothbore. And don't get me wrong, I love Rifle Barrel, but now that handling matters, it kind of got relegated to a shit barrel. So so that Barrel Shroud's looking nice. The handling's looking nice on it. Your flips, your shotgun flip, like one time you flipped on somebody. I think you flipped on AD, and I was like, oh shit, AD, I just got flipped on, just got quick drawn on. I see you. So so good shit with that, and I like that. That shotgun is definitely very good. So sure, it might not. What's your best? If you say, hold on, low key flex. What's your best?
Rolled one that I have?
Yeah.
I don't even think I have it on, but my first and last out's probably the most
Nah,
consistent.
we don't recognize. We don't recognize slugs. We don't recognize slugs. Next.
Yeah.
Overall, this one's my best.
Okay.
I just am not quite a fan of auto loading.
Fair enough. Because you can get surplus there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of surplus, so I kind of like that auto loading. You don't get much in that spot because you can't get threat detector right on it. So so I kind of like. I don't like surplus because it makes the gun feel different from play to play. And on a shotgun, I say this all the time. Surplus on a sniper is kind of dope because, I mean, at least before the ability changes. I haven't thought about it too much after the ability changes. But sniping, you don't necessarily need to throw an ability in order to get that pick, right? But shotgunning in the close quarters encounters, right? You're literally throwing everything at them in order to survive or to get chip damage and things like that. And then your shotgun ends up feeling different if you end up throwing a nade to get that chip damage. It's just a very inconsistent perk in a range which you kind of need to be really consistent with your handling to see your flips and things like that. So I like the auto loading. I think you have a fantastic shotgun. I'm definitely a little jealous for sure. I'm trying to think what I have in that category myself, but it might be auto loading as well. What's on that retrofuturist? Because I've been trying to get a nice retrofuturist.
Quick draw snapshot, accurized barrel shroud, range masterwork.
Yo, Bungie hates me, yo. For real. Yo, Bungie hates me. Honestly, I kind of hate Bungie too. Not gonna lie. They fucking me up, man.
I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
Yo, listen, you want to talk about Bungie hating you? I've done 230 days and I still don't have the Wastelander that I want.
Oh, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Yeah, for folks like, myself and Nuveii that play a lot, I swear to God, like our RNG, I was talking about it on Twitter. Your RNG gotta be shit, right, Nuve?
Yeah.
Yeah, my RNG is shit. Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yep. And you're a hand cannon shotgunner like myself, so I bet you just don't get hand cannons. You don't get shotguns like that. It's horrible, man. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. That's really nice. And then I guess the only other thing I'll say is play around with, small bore or barrel shroud. But I'm really jealous of that too because I've been trying to get a nice quick draw snapshot. All right, let's get back to it. I don't want to waste time. Let me see. What do you have on your chest? Can you right click on it?
Yeah.
Okay. There was one time where you ended up getting flinched with your shotgun. Somebody's got a dog barking. Is that you, El?
No.
Okay. Somebody's got a dog barking. So somebody figure it out and mute themselves, please. You might want to consider shotgun unflinching, especially with how prolific of a shotgunner you are. That's a really nice chest, by the way. That's some nice stats. With how prolific of a shotgunner you are, you might want to consider shotgun unflinching. Because there was a time where you could have clutched it up, but you got flinched off your shotgun in mid, and it was 1v1. That unflinching might have actually given you the dub right there. People think that unflinching doesn't work, but I stand behind it. I 100% stand behind it. Hand cannon and shotgun. But like I said, you didn't seem like you were having too much of a problem with the hand cannon, but with the shotgunning and how prolific you like to be, you might want to consider it. Let me see. Nuveii already went over the fact that you did a good job, maybe inconsistently, with your callouts, especially on your pushes. You started feeling yourself a little bit after those first couple rounds. You know what I'm saying? And you started pushing a little bit too aggressively. But the thing is, you were playing mindfully, and you called that out yourself. as well said, yo, I pushed that a little bit too hard, especially when your teammate was trying to res down middle, and you had already gotten a pick. So once you got that pick, you could just be a little bit more conservative with your teammate, make sure you get the pick up, and then hold that other body that you would just drop with your shotgun and cubby. So just be mindful. You know, it's something I always gotta, you know, think about myself as well. After the first couple rounds, if I'm feeling myself, I gotta step back a little bit. Let me see. Good shotgun flip on AD. Oh, this is something. So during that round where you got that shotgun flip on AD, so you guys ended up getting a pick. It was a 2v2, so a pick on each side. I can't remember which teammate was on block at Vex Gate, but there was a team. One of your teammates was on block at Vex Gate. You come off of B, you're weak a little bit. You ran a little bit too far at a tree, a little bit too far. And then your teammate started engaging on block, and you heard it. And you were at an angle where you could not engage with them for the team shots. So you need to do one of two things. You need to get engaged before your teammate actually dies, because that's what happened. Your teammate died, and then you got the flip on AD, but it was a little bit too late, and you had a 1v2 at that point. So get involved a little bit earlier, which you probably could have because you had already recovered. You went a little bit too far away from the fight. Or just tell your teammate, yo, I'm weak. This is what I tell my teammates all the time. Yo, I'm weak. Just chill for a second, you know? So they play their lives, so they peek shoot a little bit, give me some additional time to recover, and then get back in the fight, get back into a position where I can actually assist my teammate, as opposed to that teammate taking that 1v2. Because basically, during that engagement, you guys ended up giving them the 2v1 and then another 2v1. So there was just no need to do that, basically. And the call-outs would have been advantageous there for that. Man, this is something for everybody, and Nuve, I'm sure, would agree. If you're getting primary damage, she alluded to this a little bit. If you're getting primary damage and people are just not getting dropped repeatedly, then you all aren't doing a good job at team shooting and rallying your shots.
Yeah.
You did buku damage with your hand cannon, but nobody was dropping. And that is purely because you guys were not coordinating your team shots with the primary. So that's something to always kind of red flag to yourself. Yo, this person's not dropping, this person's not dropping. Because it's not about you getting the pick per se. It's about you staying alive while getting damage. People think about it. Does everybody catch that?
Yeah.
Unless you're a sniper, the sniper, it is about you getting a pick. It, you know, like it is about you getting damage to a body shot, but you only got 2 shots now, you know, and scavs are kind of halfway dead. It is kind of about you getting a pick with a sniper. A lot of pressure on snipers now, but snipers are also the most effective tool in trials. But for everybody else, and particularly for primaries, it's not about you getting the pick. It's about you getting the damage, staying alive, coordinating the fact that, hey, somebody's weak and your team can now throw a nade. Your team can now, you know, like clean up or something like that. Somebody else can slide in and get the additional damage necessary without the risk of being weak. So
yeah, like 2-tap mid hallway. Like I got 1 tap in. Like just make sure you're calling that out.
Yep, exactly. And Nuve alluded to it. She said, hey, you know, like you hit a headshot, your teammate hits a headshot. That's pretty much somebody gets deleted. Ain't nobody reacting to that. Cal's going down, Kami's going down, everybody's going down, you know? So coordinate those shots, hit those headshots, but coordinate those shots and people get deleted really quickly. That's especially in this meta, which is turning in more and more into a primary meta, right? Then, you know, team shots are really important. Somebody's dog is barking. Please mute yourself.
Best.
It's anarchy.
He wants to get in on the scrims.
It's not me. It's best.
Dog wants smoke, dude. Come on.
Dog's like, and remember, check your corners.
Remember the team shoot. Clearly, I'm missing something. Let me see. Okay, so for the positives, there were plenty. I was nitpicking on a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff can be applied to just everybody, not just L, of course. Nice clutch. I clipped that. I 100% clipped that. Great.
That was nice.
Yeah. Great res for the distraction, by the way. Sometimes you gotta shit on your teammates. Sometimes it's just gotta be like that. It just has to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And so like, yo, my buddy X, who's like one of my main like carry or help partners, man, he be doing it all the time, man. And I just gotta mute myself, you know, because I'm not happy about getting farmed. X, I'm not happy about getting farmed, dog. But I see what you're doing. And I saw you clutch the round. So you know what? Do you. Great job on Hunter. And let me see. Oh, last thing I'll say is that AD was on block one time. You guys had cleaned up. You guys had just finished up cleaning up the rest of the team. And you were just primarying down AD behind the block at Vex Gate. Then AD ends up dishonestly healing themselves with their nade on well. Sneaky. Everybody heard it. Everybody saw it, AD. Anybody surprised? And so, but you held back. You had patience right there. And then once the rest of your team dropped, the people, the one person that they were working on, 2v1, then you decided that you would get more aggressive, push them, you know, and on top of that, you called out the push. That was like a great interaction, So I was loving it. Good job.
Thank you.
You were feeling yourself, but you should have been because you were killing it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we just lost Karma.
I'm sure they'll be back. They're still in the Discord. So yeah, so we'll see what the vibe is. All right. Yes, Nuve.
Sorry, do you mind if I just say like one little thing? Just
No,
like
please,
not
please.
towards L specifically, but just like generally, like in trials, the most important thing is who dies first and isolating solo players. So your numbers in this are gonna matter a lot. Like they don't matter as much in like 6v6, you know, because if it's a 5v6, you know, you can still maybe pull something off. But in 3v3, it's really important who is dying first. If you're the person dying first, like then that's an issue. And it's really important to make sure that your team is not getting picked first, because a 3v2 gives you such a big advantage compared to you know, it being like a 5v6 or something. And I mean, I think like as a team, I would like to see like both sides just try isolating solos, because I'm definitely seeing situations like when I was watching like in between the two games where it's like they were isolating themselves and people were solo, but you guys weren't like playing on that, and it's like really important
turning and burning the people. You mean?
Sorry.
Nobody's like turning and burning the people. When
Yeah, exactly. Like if you see a solo, like and like this is the kind of team coordination that like training teams have. But if you see solo, like you gotta pinpoint that, and like within like a second or so, you need to be running at them, like all three of you, just running at them, push them. You know, if they back up or they get away, that's okay. But most of the time, if you're quick enough on it, like getting that first pick is super important. And I guess just like I don't know. I guess just like recognizing solos and playing on them is super important. That's gonna win you a lot of rounds and eventually add up to let you win the game.
Absolutely. And I'll add on that since we're waiting on Karma to get back. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So Karma should be. Who's that in the Discord? That is Karma.
Was it? I think it was Husky.
That's like luck, I think, wasn't it?
Something like that, because he was on our team, no? The sniper.
Remember the Husky, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's Haley, I assume.
Yeah, it's Haley.
Okay, it's Haley. Okay. I'm just gonna message real quick. 1 second. Ask her if she's coming back. To add on that, absolutely. You know, like two things, and I'll give my experience with that. Is number one, the teams that are like best coordinated. I'm a flanker. That's my role. I always tell people two and one. Right? You're either all three together or you're 2 and 1. Most teams don't need to be 1 and 1, as in like one person needs to be one part of the map, another person needs to be on the one other part of the. That's way too split. 2 and 1 at max. You know, and that one person is the flanker, and you know, the two people are together. Okay. I can't flank against the best teams. They literally flip on me. And to kind of drive that into what Nuve was saying as well about getting dropped, a lot of times that puts me in a position against better teams where we lose the first 2 rounds because I get picked off first. Well, what happens is we end up winning the game oftentimes when I'm smart enough to realize, to check my ego and realize that, okay, as long as I stay up, then we should be fine this game. And that's what ends up happening is I just play my life. I've said this before, oftentimes, like even if you're a cracked out player and usually the best player on your team, a lot of times one of your teammates is going to be playing better than you. And you just need to sometimes like defer to them, especially if you're taking L's, defer to them and just support them. and make sure that you play your life and stay alive. You know, you can get back to doing your thing maybe like next game or something like that. But oftentimes, if I just play my life for the rest of that game, make sure that I'm getting, you know, playing nice and sharp and nice and by the book, making sure that I'm supporting the teammate that generally is popping off, which is usually my help partner or something like that, then we end up winning that game. So, you know, got to make that adaptation, you know, kind of on the fly. If you realize that you're the one always getting picked first, because Nuve said it again exactly right. If you're getting picked first every time, then you've got to switch something up, because that is going to lose you the game more than anything else.
Got it.
All right. Give me. Let me see. I'm not sure if Haley is going to come back. Is one of my I'm gonna mute for a second, everybody. I got a couple things going on. 1 second, and I'll make sure we get a replacement. 1 second.
Take your time.
Is one of my veterans for Community Customs want to fill in? If Nito is here, that'd be fantastic. Yo, welcome everybody. It's good to have you. I saw that Zoe just hosted. Yo, what's up, girl? It is Zoe's birthday, everybody. She's trying to cover it up. You know, she's trying to cover it up, but it's Zoe's birthday. So make sure that everybody in the chat says a happy birthday to Zoe. Yo, it definitely is. Don't lie to me. It definitely is. Definitely is. Yo, so make sure that everybody goes through, follow, support Zoe. She's a friend, and she's an awesome content creator, and it is her birthday today. So make sure that you say happy birthday to Zoe. Excellent peoples. Thank you so much for hosting, bringing the fam through. I truly appreciate it. We're running Community Customs. That's what we do on Sunday to help people get a little bit better at Destiny 2 PvP. Folks that are interested in that. As you can see, my dog is now barking. She over there at the window just barking at some squirrels or something probably. Let me type that in. Today we have a guest. We have a guest mentor who is the awesome Nuveii. I'm sorry, Nuveii. And she is just holding it down. Basically, I'm just kind of playing like a supplemental role, a supplemental mentor, and giving some feedback and that sort of thing. But she's the star. She is 2,071 flawlesses. So she's got buku experience, and she's blessing us out here. So I truly appreciate her being here. Of course, there goes the shout out for her. But like I said, make sure that you're following, supporting Zoe, following, supporting Nuveii, fantastic content creators, women in the community, and I truly appreciate you folks as peers. Let's make sure also that we shout out. We just got a couple hosts. Sky Strike, yo, thank you so much for the host. I truly appreciate it. Welcome everybody from that fantastic community. Again, name is Physics, aka Tony. There goes the customs link to let everybody know what's going on. If you are interested in participating in customs, I believe all the information there is in the link. Let's see who is joining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we still need one more. Wish I could join. Somebody needs to join. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Sorry, we lost one for Community Customs, so we just need somebody to slide in. Jay Blows, yeah, come on, let's go. Go ahead, hop in, and Jay Blows, if you want, you can go ahead and start up your stream, and we'll watch through your stream next. Oh, Civics, if you would have said something for Jay Blows, yo, it'd be nice to have you back in again. We haven't had you in a bit. Oh, did Nito say that they're around as well? We're gonna give Nito, if you don't mind, we'll give you like a full Sunday, because you've been holding it down for like a minute. I want to give you a full Sunday next Sunday. So we'll get Jay Blows in real quick. Perfect. All right, Jay Blow is here. Cool. All right, let's get back to it.
Change characters. My bad.
You're fine. Take your time.
Storm, this is all about, you said I would join, but I'm a scrub, so I'll spectate. This is all about helping novice players. This is all about helping fledgling PvP competitive players, you know, folks that are just starting out, trying to get a little more competitive with the gameplay and trying to get a little bit better at trials. So, I mean, you are literally the perfect candidate, Storm. So don't say that. Civics, I've been doing okay. I've been doing okay. Happy holidays to everybody if you celebrate, of course. Otherwise, you know, everybody's had a fantastic weekend. All right, J Blow is getting everything set up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Perfect. And we are at 720. You can switch it down to 720p 30 FPS, by the way. We don't need the 60. I want to make sure that your gameplay is crispy for you.
All right.
All right, and go back to the main screen. Have you already joined on 80 and everybody?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, let me see. We are looking through the eyes of J-Blow, so that means that AD, Song, and Twisted, you can go ahead and switch down to the other scrim channel. Otherwise, you can go ahead and start it up whenever you're ready, AD. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it.
Gary, have we had you in here before? Actually, Gary? Yo, what up, Lou? What's going on, baby? Lou in the building. Farm Ogre for Matador rolls. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Dior. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after this. I'll vouch for Gary. I know you would. I knew you would.
No.
Oh, I'm multifaceted, I promise.
Yo, listen, I saw that last game was crazy. You know.
It's you or them, Guardian. I think I know which it will be.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do in like an hour, let alone this week, Dior. But hopefully, I do need to do some farming.
Getting pushed. We're getting collapsed.
He's getting pushed night on. All three of them collapsing on that corridor.
I got stuck in the smoke.
Oh shit. Oh, I got stuck.
That's unfortunate.
No, I don't like that smoke stuff. I don't like being restricted in my
The wombo
movement.
combo is really nice, especially on this map at mid.
Okay.
Pulled one shot. Got one shot.
Grenade out. No
I
tags.
put some primary on left.
Got one.
Pushing the last one.
He's hurt. He's
One
hurt.
shot.
That man is.
Oh, I missed
I'm
the dash.
pushing around. Meet him in toilet bowl.
I'm wrapping around hard right.
Got him.
Nice.
GG's.
Enemy team eliminated. Tell them to stay down.
What?
It's neck and neck. For now.
They like to hold down that scope,
And
so I'm
then-
just gonna push to B.
B2, yep.
Yeah, see, they went hard left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one outside. Pulled two shots.
Got a pick. We can collapse on this. Got him. One more. He's one. He has a sniper.
Oh,
Dead.
good help. Good.
Oh, bro. That's destiny for you. The guy, like, I don't know what happened. I just see someone over your head. Like, how, son?
Show them they can't catch up.
So let's do the same thing.
Okay.
They got one watching.
Pulled one shot.
They were covering for him. I'm hurt. It's Saul.
I'm one.
Got him. One more.
One enemy remains. Don't let them catch them.
Weak.
Nice.
My melee whiffed.
I didn't do a fucking thing.
Don't worry. Think of it as
Hey, my callouts were
Throughout this
better. All
time.
right, that's what I care about. My callouts were better that time.
okay. Still playing clean, don't matter. Okay.
All three of them at outside, hard left.
I'm gonna look for see if I can get their attention. Okay, I got a nade on them. We've captured midpoint. They're gonna have to push into us at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can play this. Songs one shot.
That one's beneath you. Got him.
My melee whiffed twice. I hate it here.
He's hiding behind the tree, hovering over it. Nice.
Good shot.
Thank you.
I think Song is still sniping, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Alright, every time I see him and I'm nearby, I'm chucking him in the chest with the shotty, bro.
I'm going outside again.
Okay.
I'm pushing B.
I'm here with. How's it looking, L?
There's two songs there, and all three of them are there. One songs dropping down to
Try.
toilet bowl.
I'm reloading.
I'm putting a grenade in that so he can't. Ah, I was trying to play the orb.
Oh wow, slug shotgun, filthy. That just mapped me.
I thought I covered your orb pretty well with that nade, but the other one flew in, and he's probably using a slug.
That's okay. I just will not go that lane again.
Yo, dog, I mid-slide! They're all rushing down mid. They put a smoke on that same wall that I got stuck on.
I'm pulling back. I'm weak.
The smoke.
Thanks for that healing.
Exploded. Okay,
Nade out.
two in cubby. They're wrapping. It looks like they're gonna wrap around.
Not much in left.
Melee. He's weak. Okay.
One forge. Dude, he got me mid-slot snipe. Jesus Christ.
I just wouldn't even peek that mid. I would just come left or right.
Let's go right this time. Watch up.
I really want to be
Not there.
hard-headed. Nothing. See if I can fuck with their maps a little bit, just crouching.
Oh, two mid.
That's one snipe, right?
Twist is one shot, so am I.
There's two one shot up there.
They're hiding in the rift. I got him with the grenade. Okay, that's the
Pushing this.
dead man too.
One's in this little cubby here.
Got one. That's it.
Traded. Oh, good
Lovely
shot.
work. Lovely work.
Your enemy shall remember you for that. Everyone is going to remember you. You could cut the tension
Yo.
of that match with a knife, but you kept your focus.
Nice.
Incredible.
That fucking nade.
Yeah. I love the storm nades, bro.
Yeah, I thought I was out of it too, and it still got me.
Yeah, see, I thought we were making that comeback. We're like, yeah, we got this, boy.
All right, cool. Good game, everybody. Nuveii, what you got for us?
All right. You played good. You had good shotgun kills. You were a good aggressive player. Some of the things that I feel like you did in that game may have not worked in other games. You were very shotgun heavy, and you know, like the thing with like running in with your shotgun is that you put a lot of you put a lot of risk in your life, you know, especially with like aggressive frames getting nerfed now, and they're very inconsistent and they whiff a lot. Whenever you play with your shotgun out and you're just like running in, you are basically putting yourself up at a 50-50 chance of dying or killing or killing them and living. So in this game, it worked out well, and that's also because you had very good teammates. You guys played really well as a team. Like you were helping him quite a bit, because I did kind of see he was kind of like unintentionally like baiting himself, which like that's okay. Like,
That's okay. That's
know,
okay, baby. That's okay,
that's
baby.
okay. Like it wins games. It wins games, and that's totally fine. But like, you know, you were kind of running in, and there were a few situations that I definitely could have seen you like dying in case your teammates were not there with you. But I mean, you played good with your shotgun. I think another thing is that maybe just your callouts. I did see you were tagging and you were, you know, shooting people, and it's just like the same thing with L, how you want to open up opportunity and present that to your entire team, you know? So like if you two tap someone to the head and you get two tapped, you know, you should call that out. Hey, like they're two tapped at, you know, wherever they're at, X, right? And so your teammates can maybe throw an ability or peek a lane and get that pick for you, even if you're not able to do it for yourself. So I think that was one thing. There was one other thing that I was thinking of. Right, you also want to try, I think this only happened once, but I'll just like bring it up anyway. You want to try isolating your lanes a little bit more. So when you're, because I think on round 7 you had dropped your riff. It was like you were in your spawn, and I think you guys had gotten picked. So it was a 2v3, and you dropped your healing, and you and L were sitting in the healing. You were open to 2 different lanes. There was a lane on your left that you could get shot from, and there was the lane like right down mid that you could get shot from. And what you really want to do is, especially if you're going to be playing your rift, you want to really put your rift in positions where you're only available from one lane, or can only get shot at from one lane and can only shoot through one lane. Otherwise, and that's how you died. You actually got shot at through mid and then through left, and you got like distracted and you had to keep switching back and forth, and eventually you just got teamed out of it. I think, oh wait, hang on. See, I'm going up to Tony's level now. See, I got the notepad out.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got everything. I mean, this is just, I think, like an extra. Like, you shouldn't be expected to win 1v3s. But you did get put in a 1v3 situation on round 6, and you tried like running in with your shotgun, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Typically in 1v3s, especially in trials, you want to end the round as soon as possible in case you think you're not going to win, because they are regenerating 3 supers for 1 super, which could screw you on later on in the game if they're getting supers first, right? So it's okay that I guess that happened, but instead of like running in with your shotgun in like a 1v3, which you want to try and maybe do next time in case you feel confident in winning one, you can try, basically you need to play your primary, and you need to play your abilities, because unfortunately you're in a shitty situation, and you don't have the advantage whatsoever. So you really need to, maybe play your abilities kind of smart there. You could have maybe thrown your nade, even if you 2-tap or throw a grenade down, that could get your first kill. And it basically just comes down to momentum, because once you get the first kill, then you can try holding that X, and I don't know, maybe somehow, I guess, playing off of it. Or I think in a lot of 1v3s, you do tend to get like ran at, right? Because it's a 1v3. So what you could have done is tried maybe playing around a corner. I think one of you guys mentioned playing with the radar, and that's a really good thing. Like that is really smart. Like I do that all the time, playing with people's radar. So when you crouch, you go off the radar for a good second or so. And so especially if you're getting chased, if you go around a corner and you crouch for a moment, then the enemy team doesn't know if you're still running or if you're right around that corner, and it can be like sometimes like that can literally get you 1 or 2 shotgun kills, depending on how quick they run in, and if they're like completely lost about like where you're at, that can definitely get you like a kill or 2.
1v1s really quickly too, like pretty much in those 3v1s or 1v3s, like if you isolate that 1v1 by just giving that little bit of distance on the radar, it'll go a long way.
Yes,
doing a 1v1 and a 3v1 and doing like just getting ran on all 3 is a difference maker, at least in my opinion.
I definitely think I was just ending the round there, or was trying to.
Yeah, I guess there's like a little something extra. I know it's hard to win 1v3s, but I guess I might as well just throw that out there in case, sometimes you have to win the 1v3, 4-4 games. Sometimes you
just got to do it, most definitely. And what Nuve didn't mention as well was the ability changes, right? So now it's not as much of a detriment if you try to actually like play the round out, right? Because they actually have to get, they're building super much more slowly, right? Obviously, you don't want to sit here and run around for, I don't know, let the zone come up and then they cap the zone and all of that. You might want to jump off before that, but it's not as much of a detriment basically if you end up finding an opening to get that first pick, especially within the first, like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds of a 1v3. simply because they aren't building as much passive super energy as quickly as they were before the ability changes with the 30th anniversary patch. So
True.
not as much pressure there now, but yeah, pretty much, yeah, everything Nuve said, like, beautiful, because we mentioned here a lot, making sure that wherever you are, whether it be a rift or otherwise, making sure that wherever you post up for your shots, that you're cognizant of your surroundings to the point where you're not accessible to the enemy by multiple lanes, right? By multiple angles, because that just ends up getting you deleted or like side flinched or something along that line. Make sure that the only way, for the most part, ideally, that you're accessible is to the person that you're actually engaging with, right down the site. Cool. Nuve, you got anything else?
I don't think so. No, I think that was it, really.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, Blows. Let me see. I'm gonna shit on you first, or are we gonna praise you first? We're gonna shit on you. We're gonna praise you. We're gonna shit on you. We're gonna praise you. All right. Let's shit on you first.
All right.
Let me see. Wasn't too much, to be honest, and Nuveii covered much of my thoughts on it. Taking chances down that sniper lane. If you're not a sniper, careful how you peek a lane that is quite obviously a sniper lane. You almost got sniped from the outside of B where Song was. Song just didn't. Yeah, you caught it in time, or Song just didn't catch you in time. But that is a very active sniper lane on the outside of B, so just be careful there. I believe that you have explosive payload on your hand cannon. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely helping. Definitely helping. What's on your shotgun? I'm curious. I always want to know. Oh, see, there we go. Another. Can you right click on it? Another found verdicts. Yep, nice. Full choke. Nice. Yep, I like it. That thing was putting in work. Exactly what Nuveii said as well. Like, your teammates were providing you opportunities to basically push with that shotgun very aggressively, getting 2 downs, at least a couple rounds. A lot of times, better teams aren't going to necessarily allow you to do that, so just kind of keep that in mind. But if they do, this is the other thing I always tell people whenever I say that. So better teams aren't necessarily, especially if it's better teams aren't going to necessarily like come into cubby in shotgun range. They're going to try to primary a little bit from BDOM or something along that line, especially if it's like a 1v. Sometimes you got to get aggressive with the one-hit kill because it's a one-hit kill with your shotgun and you've got a shotgun. So maybe they might actually try to push in and get something going. But, I'm going to be very hesitant to try to push in and try to clutch things up with a shotgun just because shotguns in this game are, just like Nuveii said, very inconsistent. So your teammates were providing you opportunities basically to get aggressive there. And when those opportunities present themselves and when you see yourself as the advantage team as well, not just based off of rounds, but also you feel like, okay, well, we're a better coordinated team, then it is important to get aggressive, especially, again, when you're up rounds and you actually have you have a chance to take advantage of that advantage. You're not down rounds, so that means that you could take a few more risks. But just keep that in mind and be cognizant of being able to adapt if that strategy begins to not work. I always start out. I think Nuveii would also agree with this. Always generally try to start out more aggressive. Just to get games over quickly, number one, but also just more aggressive just to keep people on their toes. And then if I see them kind of adapting to it, then I'll pull back a little bit and play a little bit more passive aggressive, drop one and then push in and that sort of thing. So the aggression is definitely not a bad thing. It's just about always staying mindful of who your opponents are, and what they end up adapting to. But great aggression. I thought your shotgun kills were clean. Let's see. Rifts, I say it all the time. I always gotta, I'm always trying to remind people, you put down your rifts too late most rounds, I would say, if you put it down even at all, right? That's your tool. That's your tool both individually, but also as a team. Put it down preemptively, where you're kind of posted up or where you anticipate that you're going to make a push or where you anticipate that your teammates are going to find the most benefit in it. If you put that down preemptively, then that means that you don't have to take the extra time to put it down because you almost lost that round where you ended up putting it down too late at BDOM, and then it was a 1v1, and you just so happened to get the shotgun melee off on Song before Song ended up getting the double melee or some extra damage on you and then the melee and the trade. So got kind of lucky there, but I feel like if you would have put that rift down a little bit earlier, you would have been in a better position to help your teammate before they ended up dying to Song.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh man, this is always huge. This is the last thing, but I say it all the time because I gotta drill it. When you are only two left, there is virtually no reason for you to be split. If it's a 3v2 or a 2v2, even I mean, to some degree, even a 2v1, you know, there's no reason for you to be split from each other. So I saw this 2 rounds where it was only 2 of you left, and you guys were taking fights individually, 1v2 and a 1v1, and there's just no reason to do that. Find the 2v1, especially if it's a split, but find the 2v1 that you know, the one person that's split off, then 2v1 the shit out of them, and then hold that body, hold that ghost, then do it again. But you don't split. You lose the power of your teammate being there, and you're already at a disadvantage because it's already a 3v2 against you. So when you're 2 people, you know, when you've got a teammate down and it's 2, automatically regroup. Stick with that teammate. There's virtually no reason for you to go with splits on that. There's virtually no reason. Let me see. And make sure that you're shooting what your teammate is shooting. You know, there's power in that team shot, and you absolutely need that because usually, again, if it's a 3v2 against you, then you're at a disadvantage to start. Otherwise, great call out on the snipes. I was literally writing it down as you did it. I was just like, oh, you know, like call that out. Oh, but you did. So somebody, if you know that there's one sniper on the team in particular, but really any sniper, the 2 things that you want to call out is where that sniper is, because snipers are the most potent tool in trials, you know, instant 1-hit kill at range. You want to call out where that sniper is and how many shots they have left in that snipe. And you were doing a good job with that. You know, like 1 out, you know, 2 out, no more snipes, et cetera, et cetera. That's extremely beneficial, especially for folks like myself, who run around like a dumbass trying to primary people in what continues to not be a primary meta, even though they say it is. It's certainly not in trials, at least.
Gotta stress that point enough. It is not a primary.
It just, yep. People will always gravitate towards the special ammo, which again is fine. I'd prefer it be like this than year 1, but I do feel like scavs just shouldn't work in PvP anymore. Let me see. Excellent nade on Rift. There was a Rift. You ended up throwing a nade on it. And they ended up backing off from it. Those solar nades are excellent for that. If you end up, your stats are, I was actually looking at your stats. Your stats actually, the splits look pretty good. If you could keep the same stats and find something in your, you know, vault, in your tools, wherever, you know, Dem, D2 armor picker, et cetera, where you're able to increase the cooldown or decrease the cooldown of your nade, that would be hugely beneficial. In trials, you know, passive regen is still a thing, so I don't necessarily say, you know, decrease your super energy in order, or your 9 stats on your super in order to put that into a grenade. But if you can find some additional you know, armor to give you some additional grenade, that would be beneficial, I suppose. Well, no, it definitely would be, especially for those 1v3s. People end up rushing you, like Nuveii was saying. People end up rushing you. Literally throw a solar nade down. 2 of them just walk through it. They're weak, and that's automatically a 1v1, or sometimes just straight up the round because they just rush down, you know, mid right into that nade. So
Yeah.
let me see. Great job playing your life. Man, y'all's comms and coordination, just like Nuveii was saying, were on point. That's really the thing that ended up winning you guys that game, is just you guys played really well as a team. So that was great, especially for blows just coming in straight off of a team substitution. So great job. And that's it, homie. Great job. I continue to see great improvement out of you, man. It's great having you here.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Anarchy, we'll get you next. Anarchy, is it going to be a Discord stream or a Twitch stream? Oh, Anarchy said, I'm going to go. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a Discord. It's a Discord stream. All right, you're muted, by the way, Anarchy, just an FYI.
Oh, shit, my bad.
No apologies. You're good. Oh, you got the fucking shit, the shit ship. All right.
Nah, bro. I did that many days. You think I ain't got this shit?
Have you got anything good from the dares? The fact that you've done it that much? You said that you still haven't gotten a good wastelander.
I got this.
Let's see.
This
Okay.
isn't the best one.
Yeah, not bad.
And then I got.
It's a good looking shader.
Move this over.
Oh yeah. Psh, what? Why would you even use the other one? Like I would honestly delete the other
I
one.
don't. This is what I've been using.
Oh, okay,
But,
okay.
Like, I want perpetual motion or slide shot, and
Of
it
course.
makes me so sad.
Yeah, I know. That kind of sucks. How do you?
This is not it.
Have you messed around between the assault mag and the extra range? What are your thoughts?
I like assault mag.
Okay.
Personally, like, because I feel like they're inconsistent anyway. Getting that second shot quicker is way more impactful.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you tried it at least with the accurized?
Yeah, I've tried it. I've tried it with accurized as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. Sounds good. And just because I'm curious, what you got on that spare rations? I see my favorite hand cannon in there. Oh, never mind. You don't have the ornament. Never mind. I don't care anymore. Ugh, I don't care anymore. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nah. I don't care about the rest of what's in your bank now, to be honest. All right. Cool. AD, you can go ahead and start it up. Let's get it.
All right, we out here.
No ornament, no respect.
I got an ornament for this one. We good?
No. Oh, yeah, that is true. Oh, so sexy. So sexy.
All right, let's.
Yeah, we like to joke around out here, and especially folks that I've known for a bit. But we like to keep it nice and light, keep the banter going. We have a good time. So, Tony adopting the pay for the love mentality, for his love mentality. What do you think about scrims as a source for improvement for me? Since I can't participate in community customs and am desperate. Dior, ask me that question. Ask me that question after community customs. Ask me that question after community customs, and I'll give you some thoughts.
Somebody's still changing channels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
changing
so I
channels.
Yeah. So
All right. Let me get.
So how about that sports team?
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go.
So close.
All right, same as last time. We gotta get Ellie first.
We got two.
84 headshot?
On left mid.
Through a nade, one's burning. One's running back.
One's
to
rotating.
What's toilet bowl?
Toilet split. Got two tags on one in middle. Going
They're
out
going
to B
down.
down.
Yeah, one
they're
dash
going
to
B.
B.
Get the one on B. Let's push that song.
Yeah, I'm
They're
hit.
here now. They're here now.
Yeah, nice
team.
team.
Nice.
Push that. He's low. Burning.
My body.
Oh, get mapped.
Good stuff.
Get mapped.
Just Ellie. Nice.
Whoa. Nah. What's on that shotgun? What the fuck?
This is my baby.
See that shit? Did you see
What? That was a slug that seemed like it was doing work like a pellet. What?
Look at this. Free headshots.
Oh, we farming.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
With Icarus,
So
by the way.
that's in their spawn.
Yeah, that's in the spawn. That's what we need.
Watch out for the nade.
Nade out.
I don't even care. One left, right and left.
Oh.
No.
Half.
Get my res.
Yeah. Give res. Oh,
Nice.
While getting the res.
I'm so shocked and amazed right now.
I'm gonna push on B this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
Been pushing on B already.
Anarchies is a stream that doesn't have like game sound, but okay.
One
Yeah,
middle.
they're across the
Abby.
tunnel. Mid. One in mid.
Yeah, one. There's
One
two mid,
flanking,
Abby.
flanking.
One's right side. I'm rotating. I'm dead. I burned out.
Oh, what? No composure.
Couldn't get the nade off in time.
That nade. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know that look,
We gotta-
Pearson.
we gotta
You know
focus
that
on
look.
boys. We should be over here.
Yep.
Let's push through mid, Cubby. Looks like one likes to go to B dom every single time.
No, one in mid cubby. Out.
He's weak.
Oh, two in B down.
Got him.
That shit.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Nah, sir.
Oh. Good stuff.
I can't believe the person ran into my name.
It was a good trap.
We gonna go for some meme stuff here, boys. We gonna try to hit this throwing knife off the rip.
Oh, I bodied one.
Bodied.
Placing the rift right here.
Nice. Watch out mid. One looks like he's gonna push through cubby here.
Got the one
Nice,
in the
nice,
back
nice.
this one. Oh, I'm down. He's weak though. He's weak.
Burn.
I'm pushing around behind it.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to shot again.
Oh, this shotty's my baby. Icarus on it too. Fucking free in air
Oh.
headshots.
Filthy.
I'm getting close to Goldie. Oh, that super regen so slow now though. Looks like they're going through toilet, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Toilet.
Let's push through mid. Take that.
Wrapping all the way around.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, song. You're split.
Oh. Gotcha.
I got 2 tags.
One
They're
tag.
gonna aggress because you're low. We can bait you.
Oh,
to be honest.
Ellie's one.
Well, he's 2 tagged, running on right, burning. My res should be clean. Put a rift up before they push it.
Oh, wanna be Dom.
Nice. I got killed right
All
off
right,
rip.
1v1.
Get out there, Cubby. With
What? My melee didn't go off, bro. Oh, he would have been dead too.
I'm gonna push
We
him
got
with Cubby
this.
again.
Yep. Gonna try and go for a pick here.
They're going through Cubby.
Yeah, they're going
through
toilet
toilet.
bowl.
Yeah, toilet
Yeah,
bowl.
let's watch spawn. Watch spawn.
Trying to get a snipe.
Nice.
Nice.
There's another one
Don't
down
hold
going
this down.
through. Watch out, coming around behind through mid. Split. That Matt me
One's
from that
behind
far,
us?
holy shit. He's still there. 2 of them there actually. One's going through to Cubby. Other one's sliding up. Shotty, watch out. Nice.
Good stuff.
Other one's still in Cubby burning. You guys should be able to actually get my res. Nice.
Got it.
Good stuff.
Good shit, boys.
Let's go.
That was all you, AD.
Let's go.
Shotgun's crazy.
All right, great job, everybody. Nuveii, what you got for us?
Alrighty. You played good. Once again, your primary shots were good. I think your shotty kills were good. You didn't really make any mistakes there in terms of that. There are a few things. I think just the fusion rifle, you did get killed by it a few times.
Yeah.
I
fucking hate fusion.
I mean, no offense. I can't stand fusion rifles personally. I lose my mind, especially as like a shotgun user. I totally understand.
Oh shit, Mitz! Did you see my face, Mitz? Did you see my face when it happened? When I saw it, I was like, I looked over and up. Yo, welcome everybody. It's good to have you. We're in the middle of some community customs. I'll get the shout outs and everything going, but we're listening to Nuveii right now, so I don't want to interrupt. Yo, big love. I appreciate you. Welcome everybody from that fantastic community. Make sure you go follow, support Mitz. Is awesome lady. We love Mitz for real. We got to get in some games soon. I swear to God, it is so much fun playing with Mitz.
Yeah, just keeping range. Throughout the whole thing, you had good call outs as well. You guys had really good team chemistry. You guys were all calling it out, and you were having good teams. Like I remember, I believe it was on either round 6 or 7. You guys went down into toilet, and you like one tap primary somebody, and your teammate had body shot sniped him. That was an instant kill, and that kind of just goes back into like what I was saying earlier in the games is that people can't react to stuff like that. Like if you have 2 or 3 people shooting at one person, like as you saw, that was a really prime example of how people just can't react when you're playing as a team. And there's like nothing that guy could have done to really even like help himself there when you got that
He was overcommitted in that hallway anyway, to be honest, solo.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't overcommitted. It's okay, but he was like out in the middle of the lane. Like if you even if he was like by the wall, right? Like yeah, he could have maybe like moved.
False call out.
Yeah, that was me.
I see. Your teammates screwed you by saying something. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Let's see. There was another thing. I think on round 4 there was a solo. Once again, playing on solos. So on round 4, 2 of you pushed into mid, and then 1 of you pushed over on left towards B point, and there was a solo right in mid, like across cubby from you, and he had ran in, and he had committed really hard. Like he was like in cubby, and you guys didn't play on that, and you let him get out. You guys still ended up winning the round. Not a super big deal, but on harder games like that, like getting those picks is really important. You know, like that could have been your win or lose situation right there, and just focusing stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's why I was trying to call out the solos the whole time whenever I saw him though.
yeah, no, I think you did. I think you did actually call it out, but I think he just somehow like got out. So I think he like dodged out and went behind. Okay, I think this is one thing as well. On round 2, I think it was either a 3v1 or a 2v1, and you ran in. You guys were like laughing and like having fun. So
yeah, we were just
you know,
joking.
yeah, I know. But like just more from like a serious perspective of that, you know, you did get killed and it did turn into a 1v1. So I guess just like, you know, being careful of like what you're pushing and what you're like running into, right? Because that did go from a 2v1 where you guys had the advantage into a 1v1, which you guys could have actually lost that round, you know, had your teammate not
yeah, no, I was too laughing.
Yeah, no, I know. Sorry, I'm not pressing too hard on that, but yeah, that is just something I noticed. I mean, other than that, I think you guys all played good. You had good team chemistry. You guys were calling out. And yeah, overall good. Also, just a little side note, I love that you're using Thorn. I'm a Thorn main myself, so I really I really like you using Thorn.
I'm telling you though, get this fucking thing though. Literally turn in shit at the Umbral person for Tools of the Lost. This can get quick draw too, but if you use controller, this is like 10% aim assist for free on top of opening shot.
Yeah, you mapped that.
Like,
I was
opening shot, it maps. This thing has like 0.5 less than Shap without perk.
Yeah, that was
like with Icarus, so you can jump and hit those in-air shots all the time for free.
Alrighty, that's all I really have to say.
That was my best attempt, chat. Thank you so much, Nuveii. That was my best attempt at drawing a shotgun. Somebody said that the only notes that Tony has it was so bad. It was so bad. The only notes that Tony has is about that shotgun that he was so impressed with. And so quickly I drew a shitty rendition of a shotgun, but I'd have to let me see if I can refocus this. Hold
on. Let me pull this stream up real quick.
There you go.
Oh wow!
I can't draw. Okay, I can't draw. I can't draw. So that was my notes. Those were my notes right there. All right, check it. Great job by the team. You know, the fact that you all were pretty much just cracking up, you know, pretty much meant that, you know, y'all felt pretty confident. So. Nuveii is like the same mindset as me though. Hold on, let me focus my camera here. Nuveii is the same mindset as me though, as well. Like all business, all business. We get into a game, man. You better shut up and let's go. It's true.
Like that's
true.
how you lose. Like, you know,
no, you're right.
Games.
You're
like,
right.
You just start fucking around, and it's like,
you're right.
You know,
100% exactly. Same exact mindset. Because sometimes, you know, my teammates will be like, "Yo, Tony, calm down." You know what I'm saying? We're up, you know what I'm saying, like 4-2 or something like that. I'm like, you better shut up and let's get this wrapped. I'm not trying to lose this game. This is a good enough team, because you can recognize too when it's a good enough team,
right?
And they're gonna take advantage of it if you slip up. And then of course you got the supers coming up soon as well. So you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, nonetheless, we always like to have a good time as well. I mean, it's just a game in the end. Great job, everybody. Let me see if I've got. Okay. There was really only like one thing. Nuveii covered everything as usual. I'll start with AD. Great heal. Great use of that rift and the heal, because somebody ended up pushing around that corner and you had a rift down and you had a heal right there. They didn't know what they were pushing into. Literally came around that corner, and absolutely got shitted on. And then I saw from their view, because I couldn't see at the time what you had down around the corner. But I assumed that you had I assumed that you had like a rift down at the very least. Then when they died and I got to see your view, I saw that you had a healing rift and a healing nade down, and I'm just like, they did not know what they were walking into. Good job on the well as usual. I continue to see you getting better with that subclass, and I'm loving it. I'm love seeing it because it's low key right now. PvP seriously is low key for folks that want to commit to it. Let me see. Oh, that trip mine, that was a great trip mine. Everybody knows that I'm a huge proponent of trip mines, especially with Armkar's Spine. Armkar's Spine is low key right now too, because I believe it gives you, even with the ability nerfs, I believe that it ends up giving you back the same amount of energy that it did before. So Armkar's Spines, I don't think got nerfed. It didn't get pulled into line with the rest of the abilities. So keep that in mind.
It's hard to take off my stompies, though. You know.
No. Fair enough. I'm just saying this. Yeah, I'm saying this just in general. I understand, the stompies crutch.
I feel like I move like a slug.
I feel it. So that's a good point. Like solid movement. You had a great jump back. I don't know if you had shotgun or not, ammo, but you had a great jump back to clean up with your primary. So I can tell that you're a hunter main. So great job with that. Great shots. Nuveii said it as well. You can tell when people are experienced with certain hand cannons. And Thorn is not the easiest hand cannon just to pick up, in my opinion, and be decent with and to be hitting your shots with. Sure. So yeah, I'm glad you agree. Yeah, so we could tell, that you had some good experience with it. So good shots. I definitely always appreciate a great primary shot. Y'all know me. Last thing is plus and minus. Small minus, big plus. Call outs were crispy as fuck. Oh my god, your call outs were crispy, and that kind of leads me into the next huge positive. You could tell that you're an IGL, an in-game leader, so the call outs were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just that was a major point with regards to how well your team coordinated, both as the round started and through the round. Calling out downs, calling out 1Vs, et cetera. So just great job on the call outs. The only thing that I'll say is something that I feel like I've gotten, better at. But anybody that makes those sorts of call outs, they get the tendency sometimes to call out a little bit, I'm big on dead call outs, right? When you're dead, the only thing that you have to do, that's your job, is to make great call outs to the degree that basically your teammates have wall hacks because of your call outs, right?
Yeah.
They know they can turn around and face that 1v1, hold that body, then they know there's two more in front of them. They know that split is about to happening, et cetera, because you have an angle with your dead ghost that they don't have, right? So the only thing that you don't want to
fusion rifle. When that fusion rifle came, that's what you're talking about. I was like, God damn.
So only habit. So the only habit that you don't want to drop into is calling out so much, right? That you're clogging up the comms, calling out so much that you're making teammates anxious as well. So you kind of have to read your team, especially if you're playing with a team that you're not normally playing with. I didn't see any of that, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind. As far as just being chatty on the comms, because a lot of times I try to call out just the essential stuff when I'm dead and then just shut the fuck up, because I don't want to distract my teammates, especially if they're more susceptible to getting distracted based off of my call outs. So great job call outs in particular. Jesus Christ, they were crispy. I love it. So good job, keep it up.
You gotta go get you one of these shotguns now, though.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it, dog. But I mean, if I get one of those shotguns, apparently I gotta get a controller too. So I mean, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
If you're using M&K, just get quick draw with it or threat detector, because it can roll threat detector and quick draw, and that's
I ain't, bruh. Yo, no aim, no brain, bruh. Especially if I'm on a hunter, I'm just trying to just hip fire half the time. I ain't even trying. I don't have time, to ADS down and have to rely on that. I feel like your that moving target actually might be a solid play as well. I mean,
no, for me, I definitely preferred it. I have the same role with quick draw opening and moving target. It's just more movement, plus 10 aim assist too. So it's
yeah. Well, I mean, it might make it more with the moving target and the opening shot. It might make it more reliable, in the air. Might make it just more reliable in general. It might make it more reliable just in general, you know, if you're just trying to not aim as much and use it more like a pellet shotty. I mean, you never know. That might be the play. So I don't know. I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. People were telling me in chat that you can get it from Umbral, a nice little Umbral farm. So
Yeah, just tools of the splicer.
okay, all right, sounds good to me. Who do we have left? We've gone through J Blow, L.
I think Song.
We have Song. All right, Song, the last one, I believe.
No, I think Christie's after, right?
Okay, Christie's.
Yeah, it's me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Song first with the dishonest sniping. Love to see it. And and then because the entire chat was just like, wow, Song, when you hit that snipe on, I think it was L. I was watching L. Yeah. And you were in the air, dude. I felt it, man. I hated you at that very moment right there. I fucking couldn't stand you, dude. I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it. Oh man, dude, I hate it. Half my chat was just like, this guy right here, Tony. Why do you even have him in the stream, dude? Yo, love to see it. Love to see it. Nah, good snipe. Good snipe. All right, let's check out Song, and then we'll check out Chris after that, and then we'll give it a go.
Alrighty.
All right, go ahead, get started. Let's go. Everybody hates the sniper main. Everybody hates the sniper main that's at some weird ass angle with heat rises. I can't stand that shit, bro. Just face me like a man, you know? Face me like a man.
I think you guys can switch over by the way.
Not us. It's for Song and me.
Try Heritage with Hipfire Grip and Snapshot. I've got a God Roll Heritage, Dior. I might try it. I might pull it out. I'm pretty sure I've got a God Roll Heritage that has full choke, max range, slide shot, and snapshot. So it'd be me. I'm all up in the skybox. Yo, you could be on my team. I don't want you on the opposing team.
Elimination.
Is it full choke? I'm sorry. It's probably Heritage. Is probably yeah. Sorry. You know what I mean. It's Hammer Forged. Whatever the best barrel on it is. Shut up. Shut up. Look, I'm busy. I'm busy.
Snipe mid. One snipe down.
Oh snap! I fat fingered my grenade. I'm sorry.
I jumped way too high. I threw. There's two out there. Nice. You should be able to. There's two. One on a rift behind box there. Can't really see much though. One jumped out.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Nice. Huge. All right, last one's on right. Beat him.
yeah, I got you.
Watch out. Pushing.
Good
Nice.
stuff, AD.
AD.
You're nuts, bro.
It's that nade.
I love to see somebody popping off with Wells. Seriously, I love to see it. I can check out. I can look out for
There's
Hipfire.
two on B. One on the
I'm
left
certainly
of
not
B.
married to it.
Yeah, I'm weak. I'm weak.
One coming outside.
One's flanking.
Oh,
Get mapped.
Ugh.
1 minute.
Good. Oh,
Yeah,
good spot too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
my
right.
head.
No, there, I took a shot for you.
Yeah, I'm weak.
Just heal up, heal up. You guys got the res. Play it slow.
Only one
Got one.
enemy
Nice, nice,
remains.
nice.
Don't let them catch their breath.
I feel like I'm getting double audio. I'm gonna turn it back down because of that right there. I feel like I'm getting double
Good
audio.
round.
Yeah.
Stands victorious.
We're gonna do this, boys.
Half Guardian.
Watch this.
Oh, I missed.
No overshield. Can.
Watch out. One and beat him.
Yo,
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
dodge
yeah.
back.
Be on me.
Together as one. I love it. Only one enemy
Yeah,
remains.
J below. One out.
Let them catch their breath. 1 minute left.
Good
Nice.
stuff.
Tell them to line up faster. All enemies down.
Yeah, you saved my life right there, AD, because I did overextend right there.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
here for.
that was a good dodge backwards.
We're gonna be dishonest, boys.
They're playing B.
Yep, they're with the other watch company with snipers. Yeah, we're playing around heavy
right.
here.
Solo right.
Got the
Gallahorn. Oh, song, my dude. You got this. I got faith.
You got this.
2 mid, jumping, blinking on you. Nice. Nice pushing you. Song, bro.
Wow.
Community clutches today.
Right?
Okay.
Should we just take it turns with the clutch?
Okay. That's a strong clutch. That was a strong clutch.
You gotta get you a clutch, AD. Come on.
Oh, I got 1v3 so far.
Come on, what you mean, bro? You gotta that 1v3 red.
Oh, rip. I hit the body shot on her.
I'm one shot. I'm rotating.
Oh,
okay.
Didn't hit the sniper on that one.
See, they're both, all three are coming through mid.
Yeah.
There's one going,
toilet.
Yeah, toilet, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it for some reason.
Crush them with their own arrogance. Victory is within reach. Don't let up.
Got one in their spawn.
Oh, nice.
That's the sniper.
Nade out.
Holding the res. Oh, I missed.
Oh,
40.
1 minute.
Oh, thanks for that
You
heal.
can do tunnel vision right here.
Good stuff.
Oh, J-Blow weak. Oh. Wrong person. It was Jedi, not J-Blow.
You have to pick play it slow. I'm with you. There.
Lost shotgun battle.
Ah, rip. 1v1.
Oh god, that
good
died
try.
before.
Hell yeah.
Community clutch.
I'm loving the comeback. Yo, great job on that. Great job on that pulse.
How we throwing?
Loving the
boys? We gotta,
comeback. Loving the
focus.
comeback.
Yep.
We got this. We got
Yeah,
this.
I missed that snipe on the res. That was my bad.
Nah, it's all good, bro.
Loving the comeback.
Got your imp.
Watch out, jumping around to beat him.
Yeah, beat him.
One already up on beat him. No, God, that darkest before is just picking me. I'm throwing. Watch out, hard scope on right. One up top.
I'm gonna pop here.
Ladder. 80's dead.
Ooh.
No, wow, you're not.
I delayed it.
Nice.
2 for 1. It's a one-on-one fight now. This
Whoa,
Good stuff.
Bryce! It was so fucking hard. Like, hard line on me. Wasn't even looking. GG's. I threw that game.
GG.
Nah, I threw around too.
Yeah.
I threw the whole game, bro.
Community clutches, community throws.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah.
Just about.
I got freaking caught up in that grenade because I'm like, oh, I'm in a rift. Oh wait,
I
there's
thought
still a
for sure
grenade
you were
here.
dead. Yeah, like I was just
Nah,
looking.
I
Like,
was-
goddamn.
I was using the enhanced grenade because one of you is playing Rift, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna let you.
smart.
I'm not gonna let you sit there for like
Smart.
that long. You know?
I'm not just gonna let you just sit there like that.
I'm
We
gonna
can,
let
you know,
chill.
ain't gonna just, yeah, exactly. We're gonna do something about that. All right, Nuveii, what you got for me?
All right. So starting off with the good stuff, you guys played good as a team. You specifically, Song, had some really good revives that I had seen during that game. Like you got reses when you had opportunity, which is always like super good, super helpful. Definitely let you win a couple of those rounds. And you did something round 2 that I saw. You guys were I think 2 of you were peeking down mid lane, one of you was peeking on the rift below, and one of you were and you jumped up and in the air started shooting with your primary. And I thought that was really good play, because what you really want to do, especially in primary fights, is you want to create different points of distraction, and like that's the best, you know, when you can coordinate with your team. Although you weren't necessarily down a different lane, you were just, you know, up in the air above your teammate. That was still really good, because the more, you know, points you create that the enemy has to focus on. Like there's someone in the air, there's someone on the ground, you know, there's someone here. The better. And oftentimes that can like make a team slip up. So I thought that was just a really good play how you were jumping. You just got to be a little careful though, because jumping does make your movement very like predictable. And it's hard to, you know, do any like maneuvering, I guess, in case you do start getting ran at or you do start getting teamed. It's hard to recover, but I think the way you did it was fine. Let's see. On round 1, you had a rift on heavy, and I did see a few times where you were kind of like stuck in your primary scope, and when people were like near you, which you don't really want to do, because I think it didn't hurt you too much during that game, but during, you know, a different game against a different team, you definitely could have been killed a few times in those situations. So don't get stuck in your primary scope too much. It only happened like once or twice, but just make sure you're not getting stuck in. Try to be aware. Make sure you're looking at your radar.
Okay.
And yeah, but on round 1, I think you were in a rift on heavy, and your teammate was in a 1v1 on your left, and you were teaming out towards the 2 people on right, out towards like B cap, and they had like a rift out there, and so maybe you did eventually focus back in and I think help your teammate, but that did happen after a little bit time. So just try to make sure you're like staying on that, paying attention to solos.
Okay.
You had a really good clutch as well, by the way, round 4.
That was really good.
That was good. That was really
I'm
good.
telling you, AD. You better get one next game, bro. I'm telling you. You gotta like hit the trifecta, bro.
You played that just right. You isolated your. So I mean, they made a mistake pushing one at a time, but you also you'd played it just right, so that you only had to fight like one at a time, and you played your riff very well.
That for sure was definitely my fault too. I had blinked, and I forget how like poor blink is sometimes, like when you're pulling your weapon out. And I blinked on him, and I'm like, yo, I have him, but he just meleeed me.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it happens, especially with like the, you know, just shotgun nerfs and handling and stuff. You gotta almost like predict like when to be switching guns and shit. If you don't have good handling, you really, yeah, it's hard. I understand that. But I mean, that's all right. I mean, he also played really well in that situation, so it's not like,
oh yeah, for sure.
It.
I want you to know, Song, personally, you're person we're like looking out for. It's been no disrespect to you guys, but the snipes have just been ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the snipes have been on point.
Yeah, to be honest, like it doesn't really matter any game. I'm generally looking for the sniper, like period. But obviously, an effective sniper Song is dropping folks. You gotta respect it. You literally have to respect it. And
yeah, like earlier we were just like, yo, we gotta get a pick on Ellie. She can't keep sniping like this. Like can you let her get away with this?
A lot of times when there's a good sniper on the enemy team as well, try to just bait out shots. Sometimes snipers will like hold on to their ammo, but most of the time, you know, if you're peeking and whatnot, you can you can either bait out their shots, and then, you know, obviously they don't have ammo anymore, or a lot of times what we do is that we just don't peek them. Like that's the most annoying thing to a sniper, and sometimes that is what you have to do, although it's, to me, an irritating playstyle. I don't like playing slow. I don't like not peeking. Like, I'm a very aggressive player, but sometimes if there's just a sniper that's just not missing, just don't peek them. Like, that is the most frustrating thing, because that forces them to have to move or push and put themselves in, you know, a position maybe where they're uncomfortable, and then that makes them more vulnerable to getting picked. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Huge. And
I definitely try to use. I don't know how effective it is, but I'm learning to use blink a bit more defensively than offensively. And I don't know if Song had noticed, I was trying to blink through cover, because the blink is kind of instantaneous, but you still will get caught. Don't get me wrong. And I was trying to use it to bait some of the shots in mid, because I knew I shouldn't be going through mid. But with blink, it makes it much easier. I feel a bit safer.
Yeah. I don't really use blink. I don't really advocate for blink jump that much. But to be honest, I don't have enough experience to really like comment on it and say how good or bad it is. Okay, well, maybe you will.
I do. I was waiting my turn. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say the first thing that comes to my mind. about Blink. Ugh. No, yeah, I am. Blink is shit.
It's ass.
It's ass,
Yeah.
yo. Yo, it's ass.
It's
It just,
ass.
it just is, man.
I
It
try
basically.
to make it, but it's
No, I know,
ass.
I know, I know, and I respect the shit out of you trying it because I love Blink. Like I love Blink. I mained Blink back in D1 for like the first half of D1 because obviously it was
Yo,
good at that
busted.
point. It was actually good at that point, right? I mean, there were a lot of Blink Warlocks and Blink shotgunning and things like that. And I try to make it. Every once in a while I'll pull it out and try to make it work, but it just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse as Destiny 2 progresses forward, right? I'm hoping that with the Void changes that they'll give Blink some
Yes.
more like directionality,
I'm
or
just looking
they'll
at it.
just looking at it, just doing something with it, or something along the line of because you're still fairly susceptible through that blink because I think it's tied to latency or something like that. It could be.
Yeah.
There's something.
The first couple
There's something
of seconds,
funky with it.
as you're heading into the animation, you can still be shot and
Yeah.
killed
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that they maybe do something with that. I mean, obviously I don't want them to make it OP, but I hope that they give it something that makes it a little bit more viable because it is literally shit in competitive play. Like I tried, and the higher the skill bracket that you keep going up, and as that ends up playing out in trials as well, and as you go through your card, it's just not going to be as effective as just your normal warlock jump. And especially if we're talking about top down, but just your normal warlock jump in general, just because it's just so predictable. It's so predictable.
Yeah.
So that's first, but we can talk about that later a little bit more as I see Chris play, because Chris is gonna be the last one. Nuveii rocked most of it. Great clutch. Great plays, great reses. That I didn't even notice that. That's what I'm talking about. Like bringing in like a guest mentor is fantastic because I didn't even notice that. And Nuveii made an excellent point right there. You did a great job of being, just being at the reses and resing at the right time. Not getting too rushed with it. That's like this is what I tell people that I do help with. Like if I don't call out that you can grab my res, don't grab it. I want you to feel empowered to play, the best that you can play. And a lot of times the res is not open. It's not free. And a lot of times the people that, folks that are getting carried or helped, they go directly for that res. Right. And it's just like, no, there's a way about it. And you do have to make sure it's clear. You do have to, make sure that you're also there for your partner. If it's two, if only one person on your team is dropped, you got to make sure that you're there for your partner. So if your partner is engaging a 2v2 or a 2v3, then you want to be careful that you are getting a smart res if that's your job. Because oftentimes you might need to just be with your teammate. And, if your teammate's not playing their life, basically, then you definitely need to be with your teammate because, you just end up trading out one life for another. So smart reses. The only thing I'll say, Song, is your reticle placement with your sniper. I say this often because it's a great reminder for myself because I'm not really a sniper in D2. And I sniped all through D1, but I was a drag sniper, right? And my reticle was rarely ever just straight up on the enemy as they came around a corner or something like that. I just generally dragged, and the reticle stickiness from controller obviously benefited. I obviously benefited from that. But in D2, even on controller, I would still, like, the best snipers are going to be able to do both, basically. Sometimes you got to drag, but a lot of times your reticle placement really just needs to be right there on the corner at head level so that you can immediately just snipe them as they peek. As opposed to always trying to drag where, obviously that's going to be, a less effective method for somebody who's just going to peek the corner on a normal peek. So reticle placement. Put it on the corner, make sure it's at head level, expect them to peek. The last thing I'll say, because I just remembered it right now, is Nuveii said some snipers will hold their ammo. That's still pretty rare. And I wouldn't even advocate that as a sniper. Like your sniper, you want to get that out almost immediately. You don't want to waste your ammo, and I've said this before, you don't want to waste your ammo, but your job is to get that first pick. Your job is to be the most impactful you can be at the beginning of the rounds when the play is typically going to be the most passive. As you get deeper into the round, people are going to be moving around more. People are going to be more pressured to come up on you with a shotgun and things along that sort. So the best chance you're going to get for snipes is right there at the beginning. So, get aggressive with the snipe at the beginning when it's a 3v3 and you're not down a player, and people are in very predictable lanes for those snipes. That's not something that you weren't doing. That's just something that I'll piggyback off of Nuveii for. But otherwise, reticle placement. The drag scopes are good. The drop scopes are cool, but you got to be able to adapt and just get a clean snipe sometimes too. A nice, clean, boring snipe. And reticle placement is hugely important for that, especially as you go up the skill tiers. So,
All right.
Cool. Good job. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, please.
I just saw another thing. On round 6, where you guys kind of sold. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? You got like you were down mid lane and you got the snipe and you got the first pick. I feel like one thing that you guys as a team should have done, not necessarily something like you messed up. You got a really good first pick down mid lane. It was great, but then you guys didn't push on that. And I understand why you were sitting and still watching the lane, you know, in case maybe someone peeked. But you know, typically, if someone doesn't peek after like, you know, another 2-3 seconds, like you gotta move. You can't just keep sitting there and watching the lane. So I think you guys as a team should have pushed and once again used your numbers. Like I was saying earlier, whoever dies first, especially in trials or, you know, elimination, anything like that, whoever dies first, that is such a big advantage. Your numbers, like that is a huge advantage. So you guys were in a 3v2, you got an amazing first pick, but you guys didn't push that right away. And I think if you had, maybe you would have won that round and like not ended up losing that. You had a good res also later on in that round, but yeah, I was like writing, so like I didn't entirely see like what happened, but
got Nuveii on the notes now.
yeah, well, because I realized, dude, because I was only saying like one thing, and I was like, damn, Tony's in here saying like 10 different things.
I gotta step it up. I love it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Sorry. Okay.
No, please.
Tiny thing with your Dawn Blade. Don't throw your blades like randomly in case you're not gonna hit anything. Cause
I'm terrible with the Dawn Blade super.
I see. Yeah, I mean that's hard. It's a hard super. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a hard super.
Agreed.
So I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, obviously not being like super good with it right away. But yeah, don't throw your blades randomly because it actually uses like a shit ton of super energy like every time you throw a blade. So you gotta be super careful. Even like, you know, you can take like some, you know, prediction shots or, you know, just some like, you know, luck shots, I guess, with it in case. But I think what you could have done more in that situation, because somebody was dead that round that you had popped, that, you know, people are scared of supers. You know, when a super pops, people get in the mentality of they got to be very careful. They can't take any risks right here. And there was a res that you actually just could have gone and revived with your Dawn, even if you didn't kill anyone with it, because you did get 1 kill with your super earlier. So you maybe could have just, instead of like throwing your blades randomly, I guess after that, just gone and gotten the rest pretty safely, because no one on the enemy team would have taken a risk then to probably push you. So
okay,
yeah, that's it.
Nice. Yep. Perfect. And just to piggyback on that, it's just what Nuveii is saying again is your super isn't just for kills, right? It's a
back off me.
Yeah, it's basically it's a back off me is the word I'm looking for here. It is a deterrent. It's a deterrent, basically. You know, it creates space, so you can do more with your super than just get kills. You can create that space. You can get reses. You can put pressure. You can prevent a counter pop. You know, or you can counter pop. You know, yourself with it and that sort of thing. So I mean, you can just do a lot with it. It's a lot more versatile than just, you know, I've got to get kills with it. Oftentimes I'll pop and I know that somebody's a good sniper, or I know they're set up for me, and I'm just, I mean, when you pop, everybody's focused on you. Everybody's focused on you. Use that to your advantage, you know, and use that in coordination with your teammates. I'm about to pop, and just make sure that your teammates, I mean, ideally your teammates want to be at some off angle, or, you know, maybe they want to be with you, but ideally they want to be at some off angle, just because that's going to be the easiest picks of their lives if they can actually see and to collapse on the enemy, because they're just literally focused 100% on you. And that's another great point, you know, that Nuveii alluded to, is Song, if you don't end up throwing those blades, then your super obviously lasts longer. And certain supers, if you don't actually throw your projectiles or whatever else, then it lasts forever. A great example of that is the Warlock Stasis Super, you can just chill. You can just literally float around the goddamn board, you know, and nobody can challenge you because that super is so strong. Still the strongest super in the game. Nobody can challenge you. And so you can just get so much done. That's true too. Yeah, spec Blaze as well. I don't know how long spec ends up lasting, but I know that the Stasis Warlock Super is something like 30 seconds. This is insane. It's the fucking round. It's insane. It's insane. So cool.
Okay.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take all that into consideration.
Yep. Sounds good. And I look forward to having you. Yeah, you played well. I agree.
You got good picks.
Thank you.
Yeah, and those are huge. Still the most important thing, like in trials, is those initial picks. Chris, it's on you. Go ahead and start streaming. 720, 30 FPS, and let's get this last one.
All right, let's hop back over, boys.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. Everybody still here? Yeah, everybody's still here. We're gonna swap up. Hold on, somebody. We're gonna swap up L for Twist.
Okay.
I'm tabbing back in.
Yep. We're gonna see how this last team comp ends up playing out.
I'm gonna miss you, AD. I'm gonna miss you, Song.
I don't know what now. You got the Titan on a Hunter now though, so you're good. Trust me. So that means that, let me see, Twisted Tokes is flipping down, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
No worries. Perfect. All right, start it up whenever you're ready. Flip down to whatever channel you need.
Alrighty.
Let's get it. Oh, Chris, I was loving. Did you end up switching? Oh, somebody's mic is going ham. Did you end up switching to the Darkest before? Or did you have that on before?
I did. I swapped to the Darkest before because I was fiddling with some stuff. I really love the Grid Skipper, but it's just not. It doesn't do well in 1v1s. I think it might be the scope, for me at least. But the Darkest before, it does what I needed to do.
Yeah.
That and the Time War Inspire.
I noticed when you switched up to it, like people just started just dropping, and you got some initial picks on it. Like that gun. That gun is what we see. Nuveii, would you say that's arguably the best pulse right now? Period. I'm gonna say
Grid Skipper.
No. Darkest before.
I'd say Messenger.
Darkest before. You know, I don't know much about pulses, but it is good. I know that.
Yeah, I can't say Messenger
bores me.
I can't say Messenger because you still got to get that initial first kill, and then you get some sort of perk that actually.
Definitely no.
Yeah, I can't say that. But Darkest before, I feel like 1v1 team shots, I think is just a monster right now. It's coming right back around to year one.
Vigi-Wing's also insane though.
Is that what you say, Zypress? Zypress says Grid Skipper.
I'll pass on that. I'm gonna be in toilet bowl.
That's true. Maybe I should say.
Oh,
yeah, I should probably say. You're right. I should probably say legendary, because you're right. No Time to Explain is the best pulse rifle. True. Yeah, I'd have to mess around with Grid Skipper. I don't get killed by it much, but Darkest before, I do get killed by that every once in a while. No Time to Explain enters the chat.
Okay. So you're like. Okay.
One tap. They're pushing through mid.
Okay. It looks like they're here.
They're already on beat on. I got an 8 in cubby. Watch out on left. They're pushing through.
You think Song is on left? Any eyes on Song?
Song is mid. On beat on. I'm picked. My nade tag 140 in that cubby.
Got him.
Nice. That guy's low with the shotty right there.
No, he's not.
Rip.
He tried to push.
Get my res.
Got him.
Sweet.
I should have got the res there, but
you're good.
I felt it. Like it was kind of like
no. There's not. You're better off
no.
waiting,
You shouldn't have grabbed the res. That was the right play.
No, that's why I didn't call it like right when I was out.
Because I was getting sick of getting DMT last game.
What we seeing?
Beat on.
All right, I'm moving. Can I catch a strike here?
Nice.
Got a pick.
All right, I'm in cubby.
AD's half, burning.
Got AD.
Song's mid.
I don't know why. No Song, come back. Bro. Every time, bro.
I got him. You're good.
Too hard on the commit, but that was impressive. Really good use of his abilities there. Burned the fuck out of me.
Your team leads, as expected.
I for sure feel like I would benefit
I'm going
more
beat him off the bat.
from like a transversus steps, but
Oh,
oof. Okay.
We got a couple on beat outside.
Okay.
Looks like two. One middle, I think, split.
Okay.
Bodied mid across the way. I got a snipe.
Okay. I hear him.
Ellie's one.
I got Ellie,
Got me.
I'm pushing this. Song's burning.
1 minute left.
He's mid.
Nice shot.
Got song. Nice.
Nice job.
They don't stand a chance.
My bad.
Opponents eliminated. Your team destroyed them.
I don't feel like I'm utilizing this well enough.
Slow down, Guardian.
Just try to stay more with the team, to be honest. When you get split like that, like, it's kind of what's throwing it out. Like, stay closer for teams. It'll be good.
Songs
I'm
up top.
fighting beat on.
Okay.
Floating.
I'm inside cubby.
That song's floating.
That's one.
Ellie's down. Nice.
That's two.
Enemy remains.
Song's running.
Hit.
Let me
He
get
did,
this
he did, he
green.
did.
Catch their breath.
I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm sick of the hole.
We ain't gotta rush it. We can farm super if we want.
Stand by red.
Nah, not this time, bro.
Opposing team eliminated.
Well, and keep in mind as well, I mean, number one, you're up a bunch of rounds. It's not really necessary. Number two, I mean, passive regen of super is not that big now.
I keep forgetting it's nerfed so much. It's just almost second nature, you know?
You're not sniping. I see one in center. Tried to
They're
take
beat on.
DMTs. I don't see anything.
You're split pretty far, Jay. Sweet.
That's one behind. Song's behind.
He's naded. He's dead. No,
Sure.
he's not. He's got 1 HP.
Got me. Nice.
Oh.
Don't let them catch their breath. 1 minute.
One shot. One shot.
There was one.
No, not anymore. How did he heal? Or she?
I think it was a healing nade. Possibility.
Let's go. GG's.
I don't know.
I may have overestimated your opponents.
Yeah, sniping feels good. Maybe I should have sniped this time. Instead of just shouting.
Tell you that Darks before, fucking eating. It is eating so hard. I honestly did not think those teams were gonna be as lopsided. You guys played really well. I'll let Nuveii go, but
Yeah.
you know the biggest thing is y'all did not peek the sniper.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was
At
frustrating me.
all.
That was frustrating me to look at. Y'all. I think the game would have been so much closer if Song would have had the options, the availability, you know, to actually pick one of you off. But y'all were annoying me by the fact that y'all weren't peeking him.
I was peeking the mid lane waiting for song with my
I mean, it was
sniper. I was
good,
trying to
though.
ego.
It was good. No. I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a
like-
good way.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
wanting to chill on
Like-
song, but he never was mid lane. It was sad.
Well, I mean, so Song probably didn't even know where to go at certain points because y'all weren't
Yeah.
peeking. You know, y'all weren't
Yeah.
peeking. Y'all were playing like wow. If I was on Song's team, y'all would have heard me say y'all playing like a bitch, like a bunch of times. Y'all would have heard me
Yeah, I
fucking
was
just
like-
going
I was like,
crazy.
I was like, dang, I gotta switch something up because they're not picking me at
Yeah,
all.
right? That's what I was saying. I'm like, okay, you know, as soon as the game went 5-0, I was like, man, what is going on? I thought these teams would be, and then I was just like, wow, they really just didn't peak. They really didn't peak. And then again, Chris switched that. I'm telling you, I don't know why people say Grid Skipper, Zypress in the chat. I'm telling you, Darks Before is the best pulse rifle. Again, legendary, obviously. No time to explain being the best pulse rifle, period, in the game. But man, I'm telling you, like, deleting by himself, killing it. All right, what you got for me, Nuveii?
You had good pushes with your shotgun. I feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like you were holding back, and I understand that you and your team were definitely playing a little slower. You weren't really peaking, but I feel like even, you know, at times when your team wasn't engaging, you weren't always there like right away. You definitely seemed a little like hesitant to be peaking, which I understand. Like, you know, there's a sniper, and that's totally fine. But I definitely feel like you should have still been peaking just a little bit more. in case you're like uncomfortable, like peeking, if there's like a sniper, or you're just feeling like not confident, when you are peeking, I mean, you could try strafing, like crouch strafing when you're peeking, you know, just to, especially there's like a sniper. That's what I always do if I'm gonna peek a sniper, or if I have to peek a sniper lane, I will normally go in and I will be crouch strafing just to make myself a harder target to hit. Or you can just peek shoot, of course, like peeking, going back in cover, peeking, going back in cover, so that you don't once again like full commit and get yourself killed, I guess. There were, man, I'm trying to remember. There was something that happened round 2, and it was with Song. I think Song had a good play.
Yeah, I think I got sniped. I think.
Yeah.
I got bodied.
Tony,
It
do you
wasn't a
remember?
dome, but
Nah, I don't remember.
I think
I'm
I
trying
got
to remember right
body-
now.
I got body shot. Was it in left side?
It was
it like
round
near
2.
heavy when I slit snipe and melee'd you, or was it the nade and the
There was the nade.
Oh, it was the
and
nade. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I overcommitted super hard.
Yeah.
I was
like,
about to say, yeah.
I laser
That
beamed.
was.
Well,
Yeah,
that was exactly what we were
was
talking about earlier, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're backed into a corner. You know that you've got people pushing you because you're either the last one or as a 3v2 or something like that. You know they're getting aggressive. Literally just bait them. Throw that solar nade. Throw that whatever nade that's going to be a nice, hefty damage like status nade. And just let them burn out or whatever else, or just melee them, and that's a wrap. So like Song just baited you really, really hard. You took the bait because obviously you had the numbers and picked off. So it was great. It was great.
Yeah, that was a really good play. I was actually gonna compliment Song on that, and like that's the same thing I was talking about with the 1v3 earlier. How you just have to play your abilities smart. You have to consider how you're gonna get ran at. I mean, Tony just said that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Oh,
I just thought that was a good play.
Yeah, and I'll double up on that before I forget as well. Like, and I'm sure Nuveii would agree. People don't spec into their grenade enough. I don't care whether we're playing sixes or otherwise. Your grenade is. This is something that I learned from a player from year 1, Fox. It's just like your grenade is literally your best friend in mismatch situations because of stuff right there. It literally ends up making the difference in 1v3s, 1v2s, probably more than literally anything else. Just across the board. So spec into your grenade, don't leave that by the wayside to the point where you don't have a grenade pretty much almost every round.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, overall, you guys had pretty good teams. I think on round 3, you ran into mid and into heavy, and you got shotgun from opposite Cubby. One thing that you just gotta be careful, especially, and I hate it. Like, I hate how slow aggressive play is now with shotguns. I think it's one of like the worst nerfs Bungie's ever done. But unfortunately, it's just that like.
You know what it is? I'm very accustomed to running Ophidians to like negate most of that, and I had originally had on Sunbracers because I was anticipating the Rift, DMT, Sniper. So I was like, all right, instead of using Void, I'm gonna use Solar and then use the Void grenade, the Solar grenade, and burn them out because it's gonna be there for a good amount of time, or at least get them to move. And then after that happened, I was like, this shotgun I'm using it has quick draw, but it still is garbage. So I'm going to put on Ophidian aspects because I can't deal with this. Like, it was slow. Like, I realized I'm coming around the corner. I have the shotgun. It's supposed to come out already. And he just shotguns me. I'm like,
yeah. Especially with.
I was going to say, straight up, if you ask me, Ophidians, hands down, are the strongest exotic right now.
Yeah, it is.
With the nerfs, the changes, like, it's like top tier.
Like, I can't even put on transversive steps because there were a couple of moments where I want to put that on to get the slide distance and movement speed, but it's like, why have all that and I can't even use my shotty? Like, it's not even going to be ready by the time I'm mid-slide.
Well, I'll make the argument, and then I think Nuveii had something to add as well. Yeah. I'll make the argument that Ophidians 100% in trials, 100%. Things don't go fast enough oftentimes for you to take full advantage of transversives over Ophidians more consistently. In sixes, I'll always pretty much default to transversives just because I run and gun and I'm a fragger. If that's your play style in sixes, then I would still go transversives over Ophidians, and then just make sure that the weapons that you use have high handling. That's why I always tell people as well. That's why you see me farming so hard for all my stuff, is because I want to make sure it's literally perfect, and particularly on handling, so that I don't have to worry about. Goddamn, take that smooth bore up and put on a small bore. What the fuck? Bro, you wild. Bro, you wild. Nah. Honestly, not gonna lie, I'm about to time you out for about a good 10 seconds, dog. I can't handle that. I can't believe I just saw that, yo. Y'all need to read the message. Read the goddamn description, people. Smooth bore is trash. What's it called? So anyway, yeah, that's my point. Nuveii, did you have something to add?
No, I mean, you basically got the memo. Just, with how slow shotguns are, even if you have quick draw, even if you have good handling, whatever, still, you gotta kind of just predict, like you could have, instead of just like running in and sprinting, maybe just could have stopped heavy for a moment and just, I guess, maybe that would have kept you alive, or you could have just tried shooting from there, even though, yeah, you definitely wouldn't have killed him, but at least you wouldn't have died.
True, which is more important, especially when you've already got bodies down that you're able to actually hold down. Just stop for a second, read the map, get a plan in your head for just a split second. Oftentimes, just a split second can prevent you from just W keying into some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know what? Even you could have called with your teammate there actually, and maybe they could have ran over and because he was solo. He was solo in Oppo Cubby.
He was by himself. There were a couple of times that happened. He almost got me again too. I think my teammate had called out. He was like 1, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And I go around the corner, and he was just right there in his with the shotty.
Yep. Just crouch too. By the way, crouched.
you were really unlucky. I have written down 5 times in my notes, just careful with your corners, because I just saw a lot, you would just peek a corner and it would just be and
I'd be like, oh my god.
I mean, let's be real. To be fair, there was some dishonest crouching happening on these corners, okay? So, bad respect the song, of course, for holding that down. That is actually the bane of my existence, is some bitch. I can't make the push, man. I can't make the push because, again, I'm an entry fragger, right? And I like to move around, and I like to get flanks. And for somebody that is sitting on a corner, especially in a rift on top of that, crouching with a shotgun or something like that, to be clear, preventing my push from happening, preventing my access to that flank is extremely frustrating. So just excellent job on, I make jokes about, dishonest or this and that sort of thing, but most times it's just me just applauding the fact that it's a really good counterplay, just really good, making sure that your teammates didn't get flanked on. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, Nuveii, you got anything? Oh, yep. Please continue.
Sorry.
No, do you? No apologies. Good.
And then I just wanted to compliment you on round 4. So you guys went over to the right side, on B, and you were on heavy, and your teammates were just, to your right outside, behind you. And you took a good angle to help your team. You took a complimentary angle with your teammates, and you got a first pick because of that. And I don't know, I just thought that was good. That was a good position for you to be. And that was a really good play for your team. You got your first pick, and it ended up winning you the round.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think apart from just corners being your worst, enemy, you guys played that game super well. Don't peek corners slowly. Don't do that. It's either peek and make sure you can get out quick enough, or because when the slower you do things, the more you give your enemy to react to you. And so it's unfortunate you slow peek the corner and he's just sitting there in a rift, and that sucks. But if you just maybe just gone in and gone back out quickly. Also, I don't know, I depend a lot on audio cues, so I don't know if you heard it, but I heard him put his rift down, so I knew he was roaching around that corner. He was just sitting there, in his rift,
I think it
waiting for you to peek.
For sure we were talking. I think it was because of the comms, because he had told me he naded, and he was like, yo, that guy's gonna die, and I was word?
1 HP, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, word? Yo, I got you. I'm gonna go around this corner and clean him up. And then but in the back of my head, I'm like, you sure?
So that was a fucking lie.
I saw 2 people. No, because I seen the grenade, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go around, and I see one person behind it. I see Song, and I'm like, all right, cool. But as I'm leaving that picture area, I see one more person run around, and I'm like, I can't take a double take. I gotta keep going. And I go around, and I hear him one tap. I'm like, oh, he's one tap. You should. And then in my head, I'm like, no way he's not, because I saw another person. There's no way he's not around that corner. And that's when I, looked around. I'm like, I got scared and I ran back. But for me, it's more so. I guess I go around slow corners because I don't like to full commit. In a sense where it's like, I felt like if I slid around that corner, I probably might have gotten turned on by both of them. In my head, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but just slide back though. Just slide back. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Like you're more likely to get clapped up, like slow peeking like that, as opposed to just like sliding in, sliding out, or like a fast like little twitch peek or whatnot. But I guess I'll learn
to do that better.
Yeah.
That slide thing, because I can't do it. I guess for me, because maybe it's
just practice. It's just practice.
Yeah,
it's just practice.
I definitely think I need more practice on that. Like sliding and shooting is it's not a foreign concept.
It's not even like, if you're talking about just a peek, even just a peek, like just sliding and don't even worry about the shot. Just slide in. Oh shit, sitting in a rift shotgun, like crouch. I'm gonna slide immediately back or whatnot. You're better off doing that, and they're less likely to hit their shots quickly on you. I mean, multiple people have to be looking at you basically, or they have to get like a clean like slug shot or a clean snipe off the bat. But multiple people have to be looking at you if you get deleted off of that, especially when you've got two teammates literally right behind you in order to help out to prevent any sort of a push. So I'll say that, and then I'll also say, what's the last thing that I was going to say about it? I forgot, but maybe I'll remember. Nuveii, you got anything else?
Yeah, well, I was just gonna add on to what you were saying, like about the slow peaking thing. Specifically, I mean, once again, depends on situation from situation, but specifically for the one that you were in right there were two issues with slow peaking. First, there were two lanes that you could have gotten from. So you could have gotten shot from your left, and you could have also gotten which there was one of his teammates area. They had slow peaking yourself. If you had instead just slid all the way in, then there would have only been one lane that you could have gotten shot from, which would have been just your left. And there was a second thing I was thinking about, or there was a second issue with you slow peeking. Oh right, reticle placement. So when you peek around a wall, it makes it very easy for your enemy to know where to place your reticle. So if you're just slow peeking right around that corner, they have to, more than likely, if their reticle's in the right place, then they don't have to move it whatsoever, and they can be shooting you right away. Versus when you slide, they might have to drag it, they might have to move it, they might miss, it might cause them to miss because of it. So instead of just like walking, of course, around the corner, if you do some more maneuvering, you slide in, you're crouch strafing, you can throw somebody off a little more with that.
Yep.
For sure. Okay.
Cool.
I need to add that.
Nuveii, got anything else?
No, that's it.
Y'all notice, hey, yo, Lou, you notice how like Nuve started off by, I mean, like her feedback was, good shots. Now, I swear to God, like Nuve's got like the actual gameplay going up on her screen right now. She's rewatching it as she's going. She's actually going round by round. Hey, in round one, you notice that little minute little detail right there? Hey, I want to let you know that was shit. You need to go ahead and clean that up. Oh, round four, you remember round 4 when you clutched that shit up, Song? You remember when you threw that grenade and then literally 4.5 seconds later you ended up shooting that shot right there, cleaning that up, and then getting the clutch, getting the snipe on the person that jumped 3 meters in the air? That shit was crazy. Yo, dope shit. Excellent job. Fucking excellent job. I love it. Man. You're actually fucking burning, dog. Good shit. I love it, man. I love it.
Be helpful. Come on.
I love it, yo. 3.5 meters in the air, baby. Good snipe. All right.
It's definitely helpful. It's definitely helping me out, at least.
No doubt. Let me see. All right. So, okay, I'll start here. And this is the last one, everybody. So we'll go ahead and finish up. So I'll elaborate a little bit on what Nuve was talking about as far as peeking a lane, playing a little more aggressively against the sniper or whatnot. It's really, I thought you were doing a good job with that, honestly. Playing kind of passive aggressive, frustrating your sniper, not allowing them to get any peeks and that sort of thing. But also, so I would actually prefer you keep that play style. But Nuve is also right that sometimes you won't like get the picks if you don't. You know, sometimes you are absolutely forced into peeking your sniper because they're not peeking you other than the sniper, you know? And so maybe you've got a really effective sniper on your team or something like that, and basically nobody's peeking anybody. So sometimes you're going to have to actually slide in that lane and peek that sniper, and you've just got to feel that out and adapt. But as long as not peeking is working, and it's playing to your advantage, honestly, I'm with the shits. I'd do it, you know? But she's right. You know, you gotta be able to adapt if it's absolutely necessary for you to peek that sniper at some point. Slide in, maybe get a couple hits so that it flinches, or slide out, you know, waste some shots. That's why you see me run when I'm really, really trying to like make something happen. That's why you see me run my Hunter, Bottom Tree, Arc Strider with Wormhusk, so that I can literally just waste bullets, that sniper's bullets myself without anybody else's help. Dodge, slide in, dodge out. Literally, I'm on 9 mobility with whatever else I've got on, some dishonest shit. I'm sliding right back in. I'm wasting that other shot literally by myself. So sometimes you got to do it, and you got to learn how to waste those shots sometimes, or get shots on the sniper without dying. And also, you know, sometimes you're gonna die. Sometimes you are gonna die, but the objective is not to, you know, to die much less than you actually end up being effective at baiting out those shots, or just straight up taking them out. Let's see. We've already sung song's praise with the nade, so I don't have to worry about that. That was an excellent push round 1. I'll take a chapter from Nuve's playbook. Excellent push, you know, round 1. Not getting that res. You had a team. It was a 2v1. Twisted was down. You know, Anarchy was down. There was no need to get that res right there. And you made an excellent push, cleaned up the first one, and then immediately you saw the opportunity to slide in on the next one that was in Cubby, and it was beautiful. And you had a teammate that was up just in case that didn't happen, and that teammate was on the opposite side, pinching from the opposite side from B-Dom. So I thought you did a great job with that. It was an excellent push. And that kind of leads me to one other kind of minor note. It's not like it was a bad idea for Twisted to call out for the pickup, but any call outs like that happen when somebody's down is a suggestion. You got to take it as a suggestion. You got to trust your own kind of view of what's going on in the game. So anytime I'm down and I'm just like, yo, you can pick me up now, you know, I'm clear. That's a suggestion, because they may see something in front of them that is an easy cleanup, an easy pick, or they just need to be with a teammate. They see something that I don't see, basically, that works to their advantage. So not a bad call out, but that was an excellent, you know, ignore of that and make that push. That was 100% the right call.
Thank you.
Great call outs for Where's Song, for Where's the Sniper. I could tell, obviously, that you guys were focused very much on ensuring that Song didn't pop off, because that would have pretty much turned this thing around, made the game a lot more closer, or you guys might have lost if Song really popped off and you guys kept on eco peeking him. So great call out for Where's Song, where is the sniper, how many bullets do they have left? And yeah, that was about it, because the last thing was in the same line, not allowing Song to pop off. If you, like, Nuvei's a sweat, so she knows this very, very, very well. If there's 2 snipers, 1 on each team, whichever sniper basically plays the best, that's the team that wins 95% of the time. 95% of the time. Like, it's not up to the offensive linemen, the hand cannon shotgunners. It's the sniper 100%. So if you got a crack sniper, you know, like, that is the most impactful thing in any life limited game mode, just because, you know, it just is what it is. So just great job on isolating that, picking up on that, and denying Song the ability to pop off. That would have made this game a lot closer. So
absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's Liddy.
All right. Cool. I think that's it for today. We went through everybody. Thanks everybody for being here. Hopefully everybody got something of value out of it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And last but not least, please go follow Nuveii. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yo, for real.
Do that right now.
Yo, I'm gonna just keep on spamming it in chat. Thank you so much for being here, Nuveii, taking time out of your day, 100%. I've only recently, I guess within the last like couple months, definitely since coming back to Destiny 2, like you know, you've kind of lit up my radar, and I've been kind of like lurking in stream, and you know, I love watching sweats. And Nuveii, it's either trials or sweats. Yo, take your pick. Y'all see me, and I'm a quick play warrior half the time, doing stupid shit, and that ends up, you know, feeding into my play style and getting me killed in like life limited game modes. But Nuveii is 100% just about the fucking business, and I love it, love it, love it. She's nice with that thorn too, people. She's nice with that thorn, so you're gonna get tapped out. Make sure you get your resilience up. But thank you so much for being here. Make sure that all my folks are following, supporting. She's fantastic, especially if you enjoy watching high level scrims. And also trials help and things like that. There's very few people that get trials done, trials carries, trials help done as prolifically as Nuveii. 2071. I checked, people. Unless she's been playing while we've been talking, which I don't know. That's
sure.
You know, unless she's been doubling up, double dipping. I mean, you know, I'm just saying.
And get feedback.
Right. Unless she's been double dipping people, then you know, she's got 2071 flawlesses. So truly one of the most experienced folks, and I appreciate you being here. So
thank you.
We definitely gonna get her back again soon, people. I love it. I would
love to, actually.
I'm gonna definitely do it. Hey, that's what I was about to ask you. Yo, you're about to get Nuveii, the female Xbox goat. Yo, big facts. Big facts. It's true. These are the facts. You know, and if Lou says it, by the way, that's massive respect for sure. That's massive respect. I was gonna say
Gray has nothing but like praise for Nuveii. That's all I've been hearing.
That's it. You know, it's going around. It's going around.
Oh man, I love Gray.
Gray's amazing.
She is.
Yeah, I watch her streams too.
I was gonna say, Nuve, you just got a new video card, which means you're gonna be on PC soon, right?
I'm sorry, I just got a new what?
Did you get a new video card? I could have sworn I saw that. Are you gonna be on PC? Are you building a PC?
Video card? You mean GPU?
Graphics
My
card.
graphics card?
Yeah.
Don't you call it a video card?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do y'all kids? I'm sorry. Did I just show my age? Does nobody call it? Nobody calls it a video card anymore. Nobody calls it a video card. Are you serious? Seriously. Nobody calls it a video card. Oh, shut up, Gary. Shut up, Gary. Thank you.
I got the stream of Tony looks so
hurt. Yo, I'm so upset right now.
He's roasted him too.
Thank you. Yo, Dave, how old are you, Dave? Dave, how old are you? Yo, shut up. How old are you, Dave? How old are you, Dave? Tell me. I know Bakes is old as fuck, so I can't be listening to him. We're just gonna pass that on. You know, I know Bakes is old as fuck. Bakes might be older than me. Goddamn. See, Dave is 33. That's fairly boomer. Still calls it a video card. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna hold on to it. But now I'm a little embarrassed.
But yeah, I did.
Let's get you to bed. Tell him lights.
I'm listening, Nuve.
No, you're right. I am currently building my PC. I'm hoping to be on PC in like 2 months or so.
All right, I look forward to it. But let's try to get in some games soon though. So I'll DM you my numbers and yeah, we'll get it in. But like I said, I appreciate it, and we'll be spamming that link. But thanks everybody for being here, and we'll be back next Sunday for Community Customs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
GG's boys.
Thanks for the games, everybody.
Boys and girls
sorry about
and
that
ladies.
Last game song, AD. I miss you guys.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, and L, big love to you, L, as well, for taking time out of the day. I know we don't get to hang out enough. Yeah, I know we don't get to hang out enough. I know we got to get you on the hunter. I want to get some games in on your hunter, so we're gonna do that soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace, everybody. Big love.
See ya.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Feedback. Thank you.